Stop it. Stop it. Ooh, what is?
Hello, lovelies. How's everybody doing? We didn't have a mad dash to get everything in place there at the end or anything. Oh, look, it's 9 o'clock. We started before 9, just.
Yay!
Oh, yay! Whoops. Okay, so let's turn my loading screen off. Let's turn my ruffle button on. Ta-da! So, hello, everybody. What do you mean we should hear what I've been saying during the warm-up? God, I stopped paying attention to chat because I was desperately trying to cook. What are you gossiping about?
Cooking, is that what you're doing? I didn't dare look at what was happening.
Oh, when I needed to get closer to the potato.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a carrot. I said I wasn't going anywhere near carrots after yesterday's stream, so it was not rude.
Thank goodness.
It was not rude. Do you want your dinner or not? God.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, press that ruffle button.
Press that ruffle button. I'm not going to make you guess tonight's one because it is, in fact, a super duper simple one. So let's just put those in there and get the next one going. So I have for you...
I don't want carrots, Myra. I don't want carrots.
Nobody wants carrots now, Myra. You've put us all off carrots. The carrot market is going to tank. Green tea and cheesy baked potato for you. Ta-da!
Very nice, thank you.
Lovely. So, I do have a ruffle button I can press, yes. So, hello to everybody who is in chat. Thank you for the quick heads up button. Evidently, I could have sworn I'd saved it, but clearly not. Thankfully, it refreshes itself. So, hello Bun, hello Madoon, hello Myra. Hello to anybody else that we've got lurking in chat. I see you've already found some of the buttons. Not the ruffle buttons, though. Some of the other ones. So, we are back on Pristine. Unfortunately, you guys have just missed the tail end of the Rite of Spring. So if you didn't get there in time, it is now on cooldown, but I logged in before it finished, which means for the duration of the stream, unless something goes horribly wrong and I crash, we are still going to get beautiful Rite of the Sun skies, because they are really nice. And in fact, that warm-up that you got was like a Rite of Spring warm-up, which I literally just filmed half an hour ago. It's a new Rite of Spring out there now.
I can't keep up today.
Is there actually another one now that's just gone live? There you go. Right, so if you missed the one on Pristine, you can still go and grab one on Celebration, which has just gone live.
Scooted in under the door like Indiana Jones for the Pristine one.
Well, I portaled into Pristine to start getting ready for stream, and I just found a whole bunch of my friends in local. I was like, hello, Bob. Hello, evening. Hello, everybody. All just praying in Blossom. I was like, look at my timing. So good. Cheesy baked potato. Nom, nom, nom.
Very nice.
And let's not drink my tea out of the teapot like a heathen. So I cooked nice and fast. But we were a little bit later starting than usual. Mostly my fault, though. I was faffing. But yeah, so we finished up our last glamping stream on Pristine up here on the aptly named Pancake Island, just on the south side of it. So last time we started at Blossom and we made our way all the way around this northwest bit of land, around the coast here up, and then we went all the way around Pancake Island, went and had a look at the, I can't remember what it's called, but there's a bridge up there, which, like Bridge of Disappointment, something like that, which was indeed disappointing when we went up it. So today, the plan is, more or less, that we're going to head south from Pancake Island and we're going to continue our way down over here, rather than following the coast round. I'm actually going to, we've got Troll Mountain here, we've got Sanctuary in the desert here, so we might go a little way inland for a bit, and make our way all the way down here with any luck, down to this.
If we don't get lost.
This bit down here. If we
Not
don't,
that we did last time.
If we don't get lost, yes, yeah. And we might even make it all the way around as far as AO's Attic Market, if we're lucky.
That
but it depends
seems
how we do and if we get lost. Well, I don't know.
How did we travel last stream?
Well,
like 10 tiles from Blossom?
No, but we went all the way around here and we got lost. We went back and forth up here first. So we actually covered quite a lot of ground.
I was watching the stream while I was listening to it on Friday, and I'd forgotten how badly lost we got.
Well, you just need to make more stuff happen on release then, Madoon, don't you? Time to get praying and doing missions.
Yes.
Right, because it's been a hot minute since I streamed with a guest streamer and my laptop has gone through a complete reset since then. Can you guys just let me know if the sound is balanced between Ruffle and I? We did do a quick test beforehand, but I know it always sounds a little bit different to us than to you guys. So let us know if Ruffle's being particularly quiet or I'm being particularly loud, because we can do some tweaking before we get going.
Something.
Helpful.
That's what I was asked. I was just, I was going to say giving the fans what they want, but maybe that's a step too far.
They want the Ruffle button, but they can't have it. It's mine.
Hello, Yomo.
Hello, Yomo. Welcome to chat. Roughly the same volume. Good. We've got it right then. Good. I'm gonna turn that one back down. so I don't distract myself with hearing myself on a delay. Right, I've eaten. Have you eaten? My tea's now cool enough to drink.
I have.
Chain armor
Are
smithing.
you ready for me to?
Not likely.
Are you ready for me to put the cup down?
Yes. Although you might turn everything into a pile if you do, so be careful. Where did you put... Oh! Wait! How did you fit it? I tried putting it on the barrel earlier and it told me there was no room.
It likes me better.
It does like you better. Do you like my fish? I don't know why there's a fish on the barrel, but can anybody guess what these mysterious items here are that I'm not going to hover over? If anybody recognises the model, points for you.
What, these?
These, yeah, not you, because you can hover over them, you cheat. These little round golden things.
These things?
What are these things? They're not my nuts, before somebody suggests they're my nuts. They are not potatoes. They are not. No, they are not. And I don't know if I've got a potato to show you for... Yeah, I'm not sure I've got a potato to show you for comparison. But I suppose... Oh, I never actually sat back down. Oh, I ate my dinner standing up. That's just so me. That's just so me.
All civilization has gone out of the window.
Yep. So we can close most of those now. But yes, let's come back out of third person. So we are back on the lovely Pristine. Oh, look at that butterfly. Back on the lovely Pristine. We're going to be starting in the north and heading our way sort of southeast-ish. Tis not turmeric. I'm pretty sure all the spices, unfortunately, when you put them down, they're in like dish form, so it's just like a dish of colour. I kind of wish that they were in their raw form. You know, they're like a bit of root
when you
ginger
said that they weren't yours. I think you may have put people on the wrong track.
Oh, I see. In fairness, I think I also said they're not my nuts, and technically that's a fib, because they are in fact honey nuts.
Like, whose nuts are they?
Honey's nuts? Oh, my honey nuts. It is actually a kind of lady nuts. You're right, Myra. I was accidentally misled you all. However, right. I suppose we should take down camp, and we should get going. Haven't eaten and drunk. Look, I even got my nice little coffee plant.
Do a bit of foraging.
You could also do that. Yes, you could. What is honey and why do I have them? Well, you know me. I like to collect Calvert's carrots. Myra sends me nuts all the time. In fact, I think Myra and Bun have both sent me my own nuts. Read into that what you will. As you do. Right, so what was I doing? Yes, I said I was going to take down camp, didn't I? Okay, so...
Yeah, so I'm helping.
You're helping by creating more tat that I've then got to try and fit in my cart, no doubt. So, ooh, I forgot about that. Let's have all of these.
Time for science.
Yeah! Hello, Mathworm. Nice to see you. I do indeed have a couple of new channel point redeems.
I
which
don't know
were
what they
long
sound like.
overdue because you don't have the stream on.
Yeah.
You're just going to miss out.
Well, it's on, but I can't hear it.
Including on Ruffle's horn.
What's that you say? Slap Calvert? Oh, go on then.
Lassie is not here to slap, but there you go. I'll save them up.
You just got to save one up.
Yeah. I'll keep a tally, and then I'll go and redeem them all when I go back to Exodus. That's how it's going to work.
I didn't make it, Madoon. It was not my fault.
Didn't. Oh, there you go. The fire went out all by itself. I didn't even have to snuff it. Right, let's put all of this stuff back.
Stop it.
You still can't hear that, right, though, Ruffle?
What was that?
Nothing?
What was that?
Nothing. It was perfectly normal Ruffle horn. Because people kept asking for Ruffle's horn, ported in from Calvert's stream. So they got one.
Give me a moment.
Maybe not the horn you wanted, but it's the horn you deserve. Right, that can go in there. That can go in there. Dip my candles. Don't actually need that.
Stop it!
I can hear she's not impressed. Yeah, my coffee planter. Oh my god, why have I got so much stuff? Because camping, like making camps look fancy
my.
is...
That makes me all quivery.
I don't sound like that.
No, you don't. It's not a suggestion that you sound like that. It's just a different kind of objection.
What was that?
It was a...
No, the other one.
Oh, the quivery one.
Is that what happens when you get closer to a potato?
Apparently so, yes. Why do you have so much stuff? Right. And frustratingly, I can't seem to fit my my baking stone back in the barrel, which means I've put something there that shouldn't be. But never mind. Right. So the mugs can go. I can hear you and your bells. I hear you. Totally forgot to give those to my priest. And maybe there's now room in my picnic basket with the remains of yesterday's takeout for my cheesy baked potato. Da-da-da. Right. Okay. All I now need now is some flowers to... Did we put that lamp down? Surely not.
I didn't.
I didn't. It must have already been here.
I'm pretty sure we can find out.
If it's secured, yeah, I guess so.
I should have emptied my pockets before I went to do this.
Yep.
No,
Secured
it
by
wasn't. It
rain.
wasn't us.
I don't remember it being there last time, but maybe it was. Was that all of the trimmed grass put back? It is. And that's our signpost from last time. I'm not sure I remembered to make extra signposts for this time. God, I need to make me a list. Hello, Wolfmeyer. More greatest hits from the Muppets. Ask Calvert. He's the Muppets fan. Me, I grew up afraid of Muppets, and now I tolerate them.
I don't like Muppets.
In fairness, it was largely Big Bird that made me not like the Muppets, but I'm sure there were a couple of other culprits as well. So
They're just weird, though, aren't they?
they are, yes, they are. I'm immediately seeing potentially a flaw in my plan, though, in that there does not appear to be a coast road around this bit of...
This is what we decided last time, was that
There we go.
Pristine does not like you to travel around the coast. But have we learnt?
Well,
no.
Okay. I think I can pick up a coast road just beyond this. It's fine. We'll just go through it. And oh my goodness, I have to say this looks really steep coming from this side.
It does a bit.
A bit. Why is there a lamp right in the middle of a bridge? I didn't notice these coming through
Why
before
not?
either. Did you notice
What's
these
been
when we
happening
came
in
over this
chat?
bridge on the way here? I did
No, but I mean, I'm not the world's greatest noticer.
You
so-
were afraid of the Fraggles. The big ones in Fraggle Rocks.
And are you suggesting that Crim slaps me? That's rude.
As if I would. Slaps are for
I am
Calvert.
not a stand-in for Calvert.
To the East Coast! Ha-ha!
Checked. I am my own person.
Did you bring your own carrot?
Maybe. Would you
There
like
you
some
go.
whole planks?
There you go. No, I would not like some whole planks. Is that what you just pulled out of the
Are you
flotsam?
sure?
Yeah. Have you just stuck them in my cart?
No, not yet.
Are you loading up my cart with stuff to slow us down little bit by little bit?
No.
Oh, I meant to drink and I didn't. Tell you what, let's... This is going to be salty, isn't it? So it's not going to let me do it. Oh, no, it overwrote my normal water. Ugh. I'm just going to have to live with it, aren't I? So yes, we've still got Rite of Spring skies, even though Rite of Spring has now ended. But for anybody who joined us just a little bit after, we got somebody in local. There is apparently now also a Rite of Spring that's just gone live on Celebration. So if you're a Venora follower or priest, you've got just shy of 24 hours to go and use up all of your sleep bonus. And then get it all back again. 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 Hey, we got evening in local again. Lovely, lovely evening. So last time on stream, when we went past the lovely evening's place, past the other side of her place, I should say, she came running out and she gave us some goodies to give away on streams as like prizes and things in the future. And I have dutifully written down a list of what I've got, squirreled them away, and started working again in earnest on my event deed that I've been waffling about, my pop-up event deed that I've been waffling about. Ooh, I like these. I just don't like living near them because they rattle. Over on Exodus, Nefarious Deed. So we did a little bit of treehouse decoration there last week. And I have actually started making deed planner plans for the rest of it. So it's not going to be... Do you know what? I was momentarily thrown by that duck figurine. I was like, it looked like a pigeon as I was approaching. And I was like, what the No. I
can't remember what those big ones in Fraggle Rock were called.
Hug the duck.
What were they called?
Ugh.
What were they called? I'm looking it up now.
Am I not going to like what I'm about to see? In fairness, whatever it is not loading for me either. So I cannot see. It's probably just as well as somebody who grew up afraid of Muppets.
Are they Gorgs?
Dozers?
I think they're Gorgs.
Oh, they were the tiny ones.
Those
See,
are the tiny ones.
This is completely outside the realms of my experience, so I'm afraid I don't know anything about what any of you are talking about. So I'm just going to smile and nod and collect some more of those. Because apparently I didn't have enough in my inventory. How is it to have somebody like literally lobbing a snowball in your face from right beside
what
you?
What are you doing? Oh.
I can't even make you fall over while you're in the car, which is the saddest bit.
I left an Akashic mirror for this, so you could smoosh snow into my face.
Yeah, you love it.
Thank you very much.
Where is the Akashic mirror? Is this why you've converted to Venora after so many years of being foe?
Yeah.
The mirror and all of the Rite of Springs.
It's the mirror and fish.
And fish. Fish.
It might be the meditation skill ticks.
Well, yeah, there's those. I mean, there's lots of...
It's
don't
true,
get
Myra,
me wrong. There's lots of good reasons to be Vin.
I do love the community at the mirrors. It's true. Foe does love me because I still love Foe. And if you love Foe, Foe loves you.
Foe loves you. Foe doesn't mind.
Yeah.
Foe doesn't mind if you stray, as long as you're still, good to Foe's creatures.
Foe understands. Yeah.
And Foe doesn't have anywhere near as good stuff. Like, I mean, I've been Venora my whole time gaming, and you're not getting me away from it anytime soon.
You are waylaid by ambush.
Oh, we got Dutchinator incoming with some people. I'm going to give them... do you know what? I need a little, 30 seconds or something timer thingy so I know when those bloody pre-rolls are done. Because my sense of the passage of time, in case anybody hadn't noticed, is just absolutely, absolutely awful. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Hello, Dutchinator. Hello, anybody who's just joined with Dutchinator. Good to see you guys.
Hello, Raiders.
Hello, Raiders. We are over on Pristine, going out for some glamping adventures. I mean, at the moment, our adventures are really just following this coast road until we find a way inland. But for anybody who's just joined us, we started just up here on Pancake Island. We're currently making our way down this very narrow spit of land to get into sort of the central bit of Pristine here. And we're going to go exploring around this bit today. That's our plan. Not as bad as Calvert's sense of time. Oh! Well, okay, but that's a different kind of loss of the passage of time. See, time flies when you're having fun, is Calvert's problem. And so I sometimes feel duty bound to gently point the clock at him. Whereas my problem is just I get distracted by something for a minute and then 20 minutes pass. And that just happens all day in perpetuity, pretty much. So yeah, I have no idea what 30 seconds is. So I kind of need one of those little timers when somebody raids, so I can just like start the timer going on stream and then be like, at the end of like 30 seconds, be like, "Hey guys, now you can probably hear me."
My grasshopper brain hopped again.
Yep.
What was I saying?
Do you know what? I nearly got rid of that one. I was like, do we really need the grasshopper one? But sometimes it is quite relevant.
I mean, I never get distracted.
You didn't kill another toon today.
I can't relate. No, we definitely have not reset the days since Ruffle got one of her toons killed counter back to 0 today. That didn't happen.
No, it's another day ending in Y.
I did not auto walk off a mountain.
We even streamed yesterday showing you why you should not auto walk on mountains.
Yeah. I didn't even remember that I was. I don't even remember doing it. That's how bad this one was.
I get
just
it with
back
sailing. Like, I get it like AFK sailing all the time, where I just completely forget one of my priests is sailing one of my boats somewhere, and then I'm like, oh, fuck.
And then you see them pop up on your friends thing going, so-and-so is logged into this server, and you're like, have they?
Yep. Or you just tab back and it's all black, and you're like, wait, why is it all black? And you realise that they've just like driven into a sheer cliff face or something. But I mean, better than when you tab back and it's all red, I suppose. Right, I'm just trying to get just trying to get my bearings. So we're still opposite this big curving one here. So I guess.
Oh, but I've never thought of that.
Here.
Thanks.
Says Bun, who runs how many clients at once? Are you telling me that you don't tab away, like, that all of them are visible at all times? Because that sounds horrifying. If you just, like, tile all of your instances of Worm like some, I don't know, mega computer in a villain's lair, Bun, then...
I actually did that the other day.
And how did you find it?
It depends what you're doing. For some things, it's useful.
I do sometimes do it with like 3 or 4, but usually what I do is I layer them so that I can just see the overlaps, so I can see if something comes to attack any of the ones that are tiled behind, but my main one is still filling up most of the screen. Yeah, Wolfmeyer, I was super pleased with that. In fairness, we've been trying to fix Calvert's sound for ages, and every so often we figure out how to do it like natively on his PC. But I was watching my last stream and realizing that no matter what I do, the game sounds are still super quiet. It was because I was hearing those wolves howl, and I don't think you guys could hear it on stream, but it was super loud in my ears. And so I have this problem where when worm sounds are really loud for me when I'm streaming, because I have them turned up higher than I'd like, but they're still dead quiet for you guys. So I went and learned about gain filters in OBS, and then I was like, wait, we could use that for Calvert. And lo and behold, now he's super easy to hear. I have to say, I mean, I've never struggled to hear Calvert when I've got headphones on, but when I take headphones off and I'm just listening through speakers, I can definitely hear, like, he is harder to hear sometimes, and I can hear the difference between our volumes more. I guess with headphones on, that's mitigated somewhat, but of course that's the way I tend to hear him. Oh, hello. It's green. You come for a hug? Look at that sheen. I like the blue ones best. You lay down the ones that you're not actively using. Well, I don't know. You tell me.
What does that mean?
What, laying down the ones that he's not using?
Yeah.
So I minimise the ones that I'm not using, which might be what Bun means. So I minimise any windows just to keep the memory usage down where they're not in any risk. Or, for example, when I'm at a fisher and I've got several toons logged in, they are all minimised and all have sound off except for one. So that if something comes attacking, I still hear it, and I can still look around on that toon, but all of the others are just sat there, like minimized, taking up slightly less memory. I don't know if that's true of Bun, but I mean, if and when we get ambient sounds, I mean, the combat sounds are always a bit louder, but if and when we get ambient sounds and you guys aren't hearing them, shout, because that is now something that I can play with a little bit more. I can keep turning the worm sounds up until we know you guys are hearing enough to enjoy it without it being too loud. Now, was not me. I was really hoping that was going to be like, it was me.
I see. I like full screen though. I like to be full screen on Ruffle.
I don't play Worm ever in full screen, but I do play it in a windowed mode, which is most of my screen.
I've got it windowed, but it's windowed full screen.
In fairness, I think I used to play mine windowed almost full screen, but I like to be able to open up extra Worm clients from my desktop, so I need at least a sliver that I can see by. And now that I'm streaming, it's actually quite helpful for me to have just a little bit of space around it, so I can see things layered behind it. And of course, I've now got a second screen as well since I started streaming, which helped. What am I doing, Ruffle? Figuring out which way to go. My sense of direction is terrible. I think.
Hello.
What? Oh, you're waving at a pig. You threw me.
Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry.
It's all right. You can wave at all the pigs you like. Okay, I think we want to go pretty much directly south.
Oh wow. Do we? Is it our stream, Bun, or are you watching someone else's stream on full screen?
Hello, Wendell. And Bun, I hope that was not a backhanded compliment. He just wants to see our lovely graphics with all of that step. I have to say, God. Do you know what? I haven't been up here in ages, but somebody has really gone to town with that bit of the step there. What is up with all of that terraforming?
This is all quite pretty. This is nice.
I think Pristine's very pretty in general, actually.
What is?
Thank you for this sub, Wendell. Wendell, we're over on Pristine today, doing a little bit of glamping. We're just heading inland to the... Ruffle's just waving at everything, just to throw me. We're just heading inland to this bit of Pristine here. So this is the crater, which is I assume the bit just there. Ooh, that is terraformed. Would that be right? Yes, to our right. So that's the crater up there. And then that's Troll Mountain over there, which I said we were going to go visit as I eagerly head not towards it. So close to where your Pristine deed was. Where was your Pristine deed, Wolfmeyer? We were mostly teasing, we think, Bun, but if you're watching two streams right now and ours isn't the one that that you've got full screen, then we're offended. And if you are watching ours on full screen, then we're flattered. I was just making
a joke that
clearly not very well.
Maybe we weren't the priority.
What? Do you mind?
Who?
Little snaky boy.
Oh, the snake.
Neck. Little snaky boy on the ridge above the academy. So I know where the academy is. See, I've got a deed on Pristine. I've had a deed on Pristine for years, but I mostly know my corner of Pristine, and I really, really don't know the mainland terribly well, which is one of the reasons I kind of wanted to come here. So the academy is like north, sort of like northwest side of the crater. It's somewhere over there, right? We actually want to be going down there. The last time I spent any time, like, really inland on Pristine, north of Reddit. The last time I spent any time wandering around inland on Pristine, except popping to and fro from slayings, was a few years ago when they went absolutely mad spawning Christmas spawns one year, and I went trawling all of the servers to try and pick up as many as I could. And I picked up quite a few from over here. Pretty sure my pink fluffy unicorn several years ago came from here. I think I might have picked up some chickens in the tundra, which was a good find, like, given that I was literally just going around spamming reveal creatures, being like, I wonder what's around here.
Is that a less interesting version of gorillas in the mist?
Yes, chickens in the tundra.
Chickens in the tundra.
Certainly harder to spot than gorillas
You
in
need
the
to
mist.
make a book called that.
Yeah, I do. Chickens in
Actually,
the tundra.
I've got a book in my pocket. I'm going to call it Chickens in the Tundra now.
Do it. Do it.
No one will ever get to see me imp it, though, because it's one that Myra made, and so I can't imp it.
Because Myra is excellent at papyrus making, and none of us can imp Myra's stuff. It is way beyond our skill.
Yep.
Yup.
Here we go. Chickens in the Tundra.
I vaguely know where I am now. So I have... This landscape has changed a little bit. You pressed it close to your chest. Lovely. She gave it a hug. I do recognise this bit of landscape because I went 4 years ago. Right, 4 years ago. I have the memory of a goldfish. There's so many things that I forget almost immediately as soon as I'm told them. But I tell you what, I don't forget how 4 years ago somebody at Christmas spawned some hell horses just up here on this step called something like, I don't know, cherry or cherry drop or something like that at Christmas. And I did not feel very confident getting a hell horse back to my boat without it eating me or me killing it. So I left them and I was like, oh, I'm sure they spawn named hell horses all the time. And I have never, ever seen them spawn another one since. And I've been kicking myself for the 4 years since. And I'm pretty sure I got a named bear just over there. This is how I know most servers that aren't the servers that I actually live on. It's places on those servers where I collected certain named GM spawns in different seasons of the year. But this, I mean, all of this...
I just know where the markets are.
Yeah, that too. Although mostly they're ones that I sail to, so that's why I never know the inland spaces as well. But I think there's a lot of terraforming that's happened on and off here since the last time I was really around this area. This is like we've got some much sharper ridges. And I think we're coming up on Sanctuary. Are we still heading directly south? Yes. Which I think is Lady Godiva's
by the way,
place.
Goldfinch replied to you in Freedom Chat.
Freedom. So she did. Hey, goldfish, I nearly said.
Goldfish?
She loved me for that.
Ooh, look at this.
I'm about to, because I think that's Sanctuary. So we're actually going to go over and have a look-see. Because I have definitely been around here before. There you go, that's the Sanctuary Guard Tower. Ladies' Beacon. Do you think Ladies also got some nuts? Yeah, see, Wendell, me too. Like, I think they're really nice looking, and I know that if you want like super speedy fast carts, you should have hell horses, but they are a pain to have hitched to things. They're just kind of a pain to keep in general. They attack other people. Like, I've got some that I used to breed, but mostly I just don't bother anymore. Like I've got breeding pairs of molten ones, but they were more trouble than they were worth in the end, so I just ran out of steam, I think. Hello, Croc. I don't know if Sanctuary's open, but we'll go up to the gates and have a look in a minute.
Oh, there it is.
Nice sickly yellow colour.
Hello, Moomin.
Hey, Moomin. How you doing?
Mum in the green.
Is it open? Is it not? I mean,
Let
you
us
would
in,
hope
let us in.
somewhere called... Yes. I was going to say, you'd hope that somewhere that's called Sanctuary and everything around it says Sanctuary is a place that you could run to for sanctuary from all of the things in the desert trying to eat you. Because I've passed through here before, but I don't think I've actually really properly looked around. Although, I really like those colours. I'm going to go look at those in a minute. Tell you what, let's hop off the cart and have a look. Rather than just riding my horses over everything that's theirs. There's a rare lib there. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Configuration of fountains. See, now I've done this with like 3 fountains. I've done the kind of the little one, big one, little one. I haven't done it all out like this before.
And the planters as well.
Yep. And in fact, this is something I was doing on the Gloaming Sanctum. So these marble planters, if you into this, which fountain is it? It's not the big one. It's or is it the big one? Is there something else? No, it must be these ones. So these planters, if you push them into this dish bit of the normal fountain, they sort of become kind of invisible, and you can use them to have flowers in this upper ring of a fountain. And then you just get these like pillar bits all around there. Because for a lot of my fountains, I've done an idea that I absolutely pinched from other people, and filled some of my fountains or parts of my fountains, if I've got them lined up like this, with flower pots. And if you do them densely enough, you just get an array of colour and you don't really see the stuff between them. But those allow you to do the same in this upper dish, which is quite a nice feature. Takes quite a lot of planters to do, but if anybody really likes their ways to display flowers, that's quite a nice one. Oh, nobody tell Calvin. Oh, look, it's a festive little corner ruffle. Ruffle's going to make us a whole deed of festive stuff.
I am, slowly, but I am. It's mostly just full of fake reindeer.
Are you responsible for the snowman that's appeared on Nefarious? Calvert was like, why is there a snowman over here? And I was like, I don't know, it wasn't me. I was like, oh, that's probably just Ruffle dropping in and giving me snowmen. Who knows where it came from?
It was not.
Anubis banner spotted. Oh, where do we see it? Oh, yes. Nice. Tall Anubis banner. It's the only one, I think, with the blunt bottom. The Anubis gear is actually quite unusual shape-wise. Like the flags, I think, are sharp cut off as well, whereas most of the others are a curved edge. Macedon one as well, also really nice. Ebenora over there. And then Panda and Worm University. They're nice banners, all of them. I approve.
I don't think I've ever seen an Anubis banner before.
No? Yeah, they're nice.
No.
I mean, they're quite uncommon. Well, Anubis everything is quite uncommon now, to be honest. Just catching up on chat, bear with me. Really bad in choosing names for things, Moomin. You had Nirav in person begging you to donate stuff to the museum. I mentioned as well. Okay, so I'm not... I mean, Nirav's very nice. I'm only one of the top contributors in as much as I womble a load of shit, and I have a warehouse that I keep full of spare furniture for decorating things because I build so much stuff, and I quite like decorating stuff. But if I have to make all of the items to decorate something, I run out of steam so fast. So I've got a warehouse just full of like wombled up furniture from deeds. Like when everybody else goes diving for a fallen deed to get the good stuff and the bulks, I occasionally just sail by one and stick a load of like bookcases in my pockets and some chairs and things like that. But so after I went to the first oh my god, what are they called? To the first museum gala. Yeah, after I went to the first gala, I was looking around and I was like, you know, Nirav, I've probably got a shitload more names that you haven't got on this list. I'll go and have a look when I get home. And so I did then go home and I made a new spreadsheet, because you know me, I love a spreadsheet, and catalogued all of the names that I had on items of furniture and other random bits of tat that I had squirreled away around my deed that weren't already in the museum. I just sent Nira the spreadsheet and I was like, would you like all of this? So That's what I should do. I am a top contributor in terms of numbers, but there are absolutely people who've contributed much, much more valuable things, like in terms of, like PMK stuff and things. There are some very generous donators. I just gave him a whole load of tat. Heroic Libilla Legion there. Yeah, you should, Ruffle. Just go checking all the signatures on your stuff.
I've got a bunch of stuff just on a shelf called Museum that's just kind of waiting. I just need to take all these museum things and
I
donate
filled
them.
a wagon and I renamed everything in it. And it was still too much to fit in the wagon, and I just sort of, that's what prompted me in the end to actually also take it to him, because it was sat on my lawn for ages. Yeah, a pocket full of bookcases. I mean, doesn't everybody do that, Matt?
I do.
I love bookcases. I will pick up bookcases and alchemist cupboards, and occasionally larders. I'll squirrel those away. I'll womble those up from deeds all the time. Fancy chairs, like fine high chairs, things like that, I'll take those. Even the carved chairs, not so much for things like armchairs and stuff. I've been known to stick a few stools in my pocket because you never have too many stools. Don't do it for pottery because pottery just decays at such a rate. But anything that's like a little bit of a faff to make, or that I just use dozens and dozens of in decorating, I will happily womble those up from fallen deeds. Just when I'm passing.
Something.
Absolutely. It comes in really, really useful sometimes. and lo, I have still got a warehouse full of stuff, despite the fact that I keep carting loads of it out to decorate new things. Because I travel so much, by boat as well, so with storage to hand, it's not... I usually have room if I happen across something. Ooh, we got a Black Legion wagon here. So rare. Some nice stables around here. Brewery and kitchen.
I'm going to get lost at this rate.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. I love this.
What have you found?
There's like a little conga line of statuette.
Black hole. Just seen those on the roof. Where are you, roughly? Which building are you in?
I am next to Town Prayers. I'm just on the outside.
Also next to Town Prayers.
I am on the south corner.
Okay. Let's come and have a look and see what you found. Oh!
Look at them.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, those statuettes are so abundant. I like it when people do fun things with them because I have to say, so many of mine, mine get used in decoration, but I've got loads of them that are just chucked in chests and things. I need to find some more exciting things to do with them. I've seen people do some really nice dioramas with them. You often see those when there's screening competitions and things. See, like these ones, these kinds of dioramas,
It could only be improved if they'd been named do, they'd done all the words of.
You love the Legion wagons. Yeah. I mean, I like the Black Legion stuff, but in terms of pure aesthetics, it's it's probably only about halfway down the list for me. If you put the PMKs in order of how much I like them aesthetically, Black Legion doesn't really rate for me. It's just because it's quite rare to see now, anyway. To see it around, it's always nice to see one. It's usually a bit of a treat to see one, but in terms of sort of aesthetics, I think that there are ones that I like much more. I'm quite a fan of Macedon. I like the Jane Kellen ones, not the template ones. The Jane Kellen and Mulrahan ones are really very pretty. I like Valhalla Descendants. Those are another one that are really unusual to see around now. Sometimes you come across a deed that's absolutely full of their stuff, but in terms of people's collections, it's quite rare to see anything Valhalla Descendants in people's collections. And same with Black Legion and Macedon. They're just that bit harder to get a hold of. There you go, we've got a Black Legion banner up there.
One day I will make myself a birdcage. One day.
They are nice. It's weird to me that they've got a chicken in, Like
I
they
like
could've-
it because I've got chicken in.
I do. I also like it because they've got a chicken in, but for the amount of effort it takes to make one, you think
They're
we'd have gotten some kind
really
of
hard.
fancy bird or something, but no, you get this beautiful pain in the arse to make bird cage, and what has it got? A chicken. On the other hand, that's the only
don't
chicken that you
I think
can't
it could
kill.
be any better.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Yeah,
Perfect.
it's
Oh,
perfect
no.
having a chicken in it.
This is not a building we can enter, so I can't go and give you a closer look at the Black Legion. One. Ooh. Got a Lady of the Lake in there, surrounded by nymphs, and all kinds of exciting stuff in this building. Also, I like the lighting scheme. Is that coming from... Where is that coming from? I wondered if that was coming from a Hota, but I can't see a Hota there. So it's unusual to see Hotas that blue, but you never know. It could just be lamps. Look at all them skulls. So lovely. Right, I'll stop sticking my nose in a building that I'm not supposed to go into and be like being rude. Oh, look at these. I so want rare pottery amphoras. I should probably just, actually do more pottery. That would help.
What is?
What is? House of Wares.
I was lucky enough to make one with archaeology,
Nice.
which was nice.
Nice. Very nice. There's an Anubis banner just there, the normal size banner tucked behind that. But again, not one that I can show you from here. Although, there you go. See, so this is the Jane Kellen and the Mulrahan stuff. And I just, particularly on the wagons, when you see these, like on the wagons, I really like the... Are you bell ringing, Ruffle? Have you found a bigger bell to ring than your little one?
No. It's not me.
I really like these on wagons. I like the kind of the jacquard print and things, and I think that's partly you don't get it on the banners for the Mulrahan, but you do get it on the wagons. They've both got they're really layered graphics, which I think is partly what I like about them. So they look quite rich. It looks like a print on top of a woven fabric, which is really effective. Whereas some of the other banner types just look a lot more kind of flat. Like you get much more flat color on some of them. So I think that's one of the things that I appreciate about those. I also quite like the Anubis ones because it's a really nice shade of green. You just don't get many things in that shade of green. There you go. So I was saying that the Anubis flags are also weird. It's because it's that cut-off shape. So most flags have this curved look, and the Anubis ones are like a sharp triangle. And I like that the Anubis ones are different shapes to the others. And I'm always a little bit surprised that more of the PMKs don't go for variations on the shapes. Oh, hello. All right then. Come give me a hug. Apparently this place does have Templars though, so. Switching to drink number 2. I've got 4 lined up, Ruffle's got 3.
Well, yes, I should get on with drink number 2.
Yes. Tiny dragon in a cage would have been nice. Yeah, in fact, we were saying this when they gave us the little dragon lamps, and I did try. Calvert and I tried. I don't know if we tried on stream, but Calvert and I tried using the dragon lamps that were wall mountable to see if you could effectively have one of those in the bird cage, but it doesn't quite work. It's not a good size for it, but we were seeing whether we could line one up to effectively make a little flamethrowy dragon in a cage. But alas, no. Do you know what? I seem to remember some kind of an observatory up here on this mountain. And I sort of... Coming to a silver store near you. Yeah, maybe. Do you know, I don't think it's on the Pristine map, and I don't know if that's because it's not there anymore or because it was just never on the map. But it was really quite cool. And I can't... I think it was up there. Is anybody here a Pristine native? Does anybody know? Maybe it's not that mountain.
Alva
it
is
was
the
actually down
mountain climber.
south.
I am not going up the mountain.
Well, okay, the observatory that I'm thinking of, actually, it had a path all the way up. There was no actual mountain climbing, and also Calvert is not the mountain climber. He likes the idea of getting up mountains, but he doesn't actually enjoy the climbing of them, I think. He always thinks it's a brilliant idea till we're halfway up a cliff face, and then he looks down and he's like, oh fuck.
You should see the tunnel. I would say that we made, but I only really did a tiny amount of it.
Is this on Deliverance?
Yes.
You
Because
and
the
Myra.
mirror is right up a mountain. And so
That's unusual for a mirror.
Myra led the charge to mine the way to the mountaintop. And what?
Paving's still on the map, road from the north side. I might have got the wrong mountain, Wolfmeyer, but I'm wondering if maybe it was a mountain on the south side of Pristine, but there is definitely paving up to whatever is up there, isn't there? But it's not, if there is still a deed up there, it's not a deed that's marked on the map. I'm just going to have a quick look and see the other mountain range where the observatory might have been, if I can see one up there either, but I can't see one marked. But it was really cool, whatever it was. And it's it's one of those deeds that's kind of stayed with me ever since, and I'm annoyed that I didn't mark it on my map at the time, because I liked it. I was like, this is really cool, I'd like to do something like this is awesome, but I don't think I took screenies, I didn't mark where it was. And so every time I come back to Pristine, I go looking at the Pristine mountains, and I'm like, I saw a really cool observatory here once, and I just can't remember which goddamn mountain it was on. I don't think it was this one, actually. So for a mirror to spawn up a mountain, that's pretty unusual, right? Because mirrors spawn on roads. Isn't that their thing? So was it just like there was a bit of paved stuff up on top of a mountain where somebody had a deed once and it spawned there? Hello, Calvert. We were just talking about you. Because I guess that is a problem. Although the mirrors spawn near paved roads, anywhere that anybody's ever paved a deed, like on top of every mountain, technically also a paved road. Hello. You want hugs too? Yeah. So it just spawned on the paving. That's a pain. Usually Akashic mirrors are much more reachable than that.
What's that you say? Slap Calvert? Oh, go on then.
I'm tallying them, I'm collecting. So you made a route. Well done, you. That's at least 2 slap Calverts to go, right? Oh, look at that. Right. Perfect time to take a pause. Because, as I said, although Rite of Spring has now finished on Pristine, because I logged in before it did, we get the benefit of Rite of Spring skies all the time that we're here. And that's going to be...
Time for science.
Yay! It is gorgeous, Mathworm. I mean, don't get me wrong, the skies in Worm are beautiful anyway. I am a big fan, as anyone who knows me will know. But I really quite enjoy, because I filmed those warm-ups for all of my streams, every single one of them is different. I have never used the same warm-up twice. And they are almost always, without fail, the warm-up for the server that I am streaming on. A little bit of pop trivia for anybody who hadn't clocked that. But so that means that all of my warm-ups are tend to be sort of sunrises, sunsets, or skies in some way, which means when there are global spellcasts, I go scuttling over to try and film one of those, because it just changes the skies in subtle ways, or in the case of Rite of Spring, not subtle ways at all. The Rite of Spring one's really, really pretty. Rite of Death and Ritual of the Sun ones are quite muted colour-wise, they're less interesting. But other ways, if you're a Sky fan, ways that you can get different kinds of skies as well, is all of the holy sites, when you are in the range of their influence, have an effect on the skies, but only while you're in their range. So you get all kinds of weird shit, like upside down rainbows and different sky colours and things. So if you're a collector of nice sky views, You want to go visiting the holy sites and all of the global spellcasts when they happen, and just seeing what it does to sunrise and sunset. And the
I
Rite
do
of
not
Spring,
sound like that.
the
Oh
Rite of Spring
my.
one is
That
particularly
makes me
beautiful.
all quivery.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
She does not approve.
Stop it.
Alan 40. Okay, in fairness,
Oh
Ruffle,
my.
it
That
wasn't.
makes me all quivery.
It was.
Still laughing. It
It
wasn't what? Go on.
It wasn't meant
Go
to
on.
be an impression of you.
Uh-huh.
It was an impression of that bit that I've said. So, like, whenever we use. Oh God, I'm gonna have to struggle to justify myself now. So, when Calvert introduced,
Is there a reason why you're going to struggle?
when Calvert introduced Ruffles Horn, the original Ruffles Horn, and then sometime. And then sometime after, when we were talking about that kick, but that big kind of like foghorn sound, I was like, it always reminds me of that John Richardson skit that he does, where he talks about being in his car and like being quite a,
It.
being quite a small and not very intimidating man. He said, when he gets into a car, then suddenly he's like, wow, I'm surrounded in, like metal armor, and it makes him feel all big and ballsy. But his car's this tiny little Ford Fiesta, so when the road rage gets a hold of him and he wants to go jamming his horn to tell people what he thinks of them, he jabs it. And because it's a Ford Fiesta, it's just like, it's a little kind of bip, and he goes, so he hits his horn and it basically goes, stop it! And that was the skit. And I think I said that once on stream, and that's what it reminded me of. When you blew Ruffles' foghorn, I was like, one day I want Calvert to swap it out for something tiny and ridiculous, like that little Ford Fiesta kind of.
What's that
So,
you say? Slap
That is
Calvert?
why. That's what you've got
Go on
here.
then.
It's not. Have I convinced you? It
No.
It is not. It is not meant to be an impression of Ruffle. It's an impression of my impression of a John Richardson skit about horns specifically. So
And look what you made.
convoluted.
Look what you made Madoon say.
What makes me awkward? Yes, that and getting close to potatoes. Apparently, the list of things that makes me quivery would shock anyone, I'm sure.
My horn brings everyone to the yard.
I finished my milkshake. God damn it! You had a whole hour of me drinking a milkshake. Ah. Bigger oars for that. Anyway, yes, so that was a very beautiful sunset. I got thoroughly distracted. I have no idea where I've left Ruffle. I'm going to go back to my cards.
I'm next to the cart.
Okay, good. I'm coming back. We're going to carry on. Yes, but what about second milkshake? I mean, that is true. That is true, Ma. I could always go and get second milkshake. But I have got 3 drinks lined up even after my milkshake because I started with 4. So hello, Silent Ninja. Adventure's going good, thank you. We've just reached Sanctuary on Pristine, and took a pause to watch the beautiful sunsets that we get with Rite of Spring skies. So we are currently, for anybody who's just joined us, we're currently about here, exactly here, in fact. And I'm going to go and wait. Hang on. I think where we want to be going is something's fighting me, isn't it?
This is where it
I
starts.
just saw a swing up.
You think?
I've got maps. I can navigate, sort of. Oh, it's a Hellscorpius. Where are you? There you are. It's several Scorps.
Oh
Let's
my
just
goodness. We've got
back up.
friends.
We do have friends. The desert here is full of friends.
You do the health scope, I'll do the other scope.
Okay. Yes, so we're going south of here. We're heading our way vaguely towards Troll Mountain, which I think is this one over here. Ow! That hurt. I'm just doing a bit of an amble around Pristine because carrots grown in popularity recently? No, Myra, they've tanked. You've like the share price for carrots has just dropped through the floor. You ruined them for everybody. One down. Health, the health sculpt's nearly gone, but it does keep pinching me. There we go.
Is that because you're not wearing any armor on your head?
Ooh, no, my head's fine. Apparently,
I debated joining you and wearing my hat tonight.
I think you should. I mean, there's a lot to be said for looking fancy, even if it makes you squishy as anything. When I'm in my pirate, yeah, look at that. Oh my god, do you know what? I don't think I've ever known the color of your hair in game. Look at this, guys. Have we ever seen her? Like, who knew? You look so different. But yes.
I know, that's what's weird about putting the hat on. I'm like, I don't even look like me.
Fancy hat brigade.
Ruffle does have hair.
I know, right, Madoon, and you're her neighbour. You've never seen it either. How long have we known each other in game? Oh.
I was debating recently whether I should change my hair. Because I made that face like when they first let you change faces, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I've still got the other kind of mirror. And I'm like, I don't know if I like it anymore. But yeah, I don't know.
I've got whatever face I made with the original mirror that you got. Like I don't think I've ever changed my face. So I think this must be the one that I loaded in with, although mostly people don't actually get to see my face because I sort of have a mask on it. But yeah, Fancy Hat Brigade. And when I'm in my pirate gear, when I'm in the blue outfit, my arms are also very poorly armoured. They're just like these puffy cloth sleeves. But
yeah.
but it's trolls going for my head is usually the thing that gets me in trouble if I get in trouble. And I tell you what, I think I threw myself down so many mountains yesterday with Calvert, I think I ran out of cotton. So maybe I should forage some up when we see appropriate nodes.
I'm a little low. I've only got 6 kilograms at the moment.
Only? Oh.
I normally carry 10.
Wow.
All the time. Because
I carry like 2 to 3.
Because otherwise I'll turn up at a rift.
Yeah.
And
fair,
have like
fair,
1.5
fair.
kilograms of cotton and be like, oh.
I thought you always carried some because first aid was your affinity skill, your starting affinity skill, right?
It was my starting affinity skill. It's true.
Mm-hmm. See, little bits of
I know
trivia
you're
I
jealous of my
know.
affinities.
I am jealous of your affinities. So I assumed that you carried cotton just to make the most of that original affinity whenever you possibly could.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
I got a
tell
new
you what,
affinity recently.
What did you get?
Body.
That's a slightly weird one. What were you doing to get
I've got
body?
I was mining.
I see. Bit of pop.
Because one of the many things that's changed since the last time that we streamed is not only have I changed religion,
You've
but
also
I've been
gone to the
mining,
dark side.
and I have become the sort of person that carries 3 pickaxes.
Well, in fairness, I am.
And I never thought I would be that person.
I am the person who carries 3 pickaxes. But more worryingly than that, Ruffle is the sort of person who has started deliberately grinding skills, like efficiently, and learning how rare windows work. I've got my surface mining and just general tinking pickaxe, which obviously has seen a bit of use recently. I've got my fancy ores pickaxe, and I've got my skiller pickaxe. So there you go. I am a 3 pickaxe person. Because you have different pickaxes for different jobs, Madoon. That's why. You want different pickaxes with different kind of features for different kinds of things. Unlike my fancy ore hoarder, I don't want to be using that to just go tunneling my way through mines, chipping down the enchants on it.
One's a skiller, one's my like general do stuff one, and one's the super fancy one.
See? I've got a surface mining / tunneling one. I've got a getting fancy ores out one, and I've got a skiller / just carving my way through things one. That's my 3 pickaxes. Do you know what? None of my
So, yeah,
stuff is imbued, and I have no excuse. I'm drowning in bloods, but I just haven't got as far as imbues on anything yet.
So yeah, who am I? I've got 3 pickaxes. I've been mining voluntarily.
When Ruffle came and set up on release, I dug her mine for her. So she
You
had
did.
a mine. And now look at her. She's off. Like, there's no stopping her. She's dwarfing all over the place. Right, yes, bit of pop trivia. So, people in chat, what was your original starting affinity? Did anybody get a really, really good one? Like a useful one? Did any of you start with really naff ones that have never seen the light of day? Well, okay, she's inside mines more than outside since she came to Delhi, Myra, because you guys are all building, you're connecting up her tunnels to the secret underground sheep tunnels, right?
Oh, they did that so fast. You would not
you're
believe.
already connected, are you? Okay, I thought you were still on that.
You would not believe how fast they all work. It is a thing of wonder.
I'm kind of compelled to go and have a nosy at this deed if the gate's open. I don't know what it is, but it's all lit up. Mad's got butcher
And those
knives.
of you with you, have
Tara
you
got
made use
thatching.
of them, or have you squandered them?
I have definitely squandered mine. Gazmo Harbour. Okay, platesmithing for you, Silent Ninja. And are you a platesmith? Because platesmithing is one that a lot of people would kill for. I'm not an armor smith at all. But I always wonder if people's starting affinities at all guide the kinds of things that they get into in Worm. Mine totally did not. But I can see how some people's would. No. Yeah.
Tell me if you see a post box, because I might have been shopping while we were talking.
Right. Yeah. Wait, where were you shopping? It's not open.
Oh, well,
You can't actually go in there.
secret shopping.
How are you secret shopping? Oh, I like the colours on those. Just going to go and peer through while I'm at their gates, being a weirdo. Should probably check if there's anybody local, but there is not. There is not. Wicked. So we're looking out for a post box, and I need to be looking out for nodes where I can get cotton because you've got shitloads. There's a dead rift ogre over there. What was I saying? Yeah, exorcism is finally now actually useful, but again, only if you're a holy site camper. And I seem to remember when holy sites first came up, I can't remember if it was Stan or 9 or both, but one of them did a lot of grinding of exorcism to see if it made any functional difference to how good you were at cleansing holy sites. And it might make a little bit, but it doesn't make a lot for anybody who's wondering. So having good exorcism, is no bad thing, but it's probably not worth grinding up to try and ace holy sites. It did not seem to give them that much of an edge. And I like it when people do science for me, especially when it involves grinding. That's not my favourite kind of science at all. Right, let me just go catch up on the other ones that I missed. Milling. Oh, bun milling. Oh. Still better than mine. I would take milling over mine. Bodybuilder Ruffle.
Because it's a rank 2 affinity in body. That's why.
Your first affinity was stamina memers. I mean, that's actually quite a useful one to have. I'd take that one. I've brought us up here, but I don't know that we can actually get up. Ah, that's way. We go round. I know what I'm doing. Kind of, sort of. Also, there might be useful nodes for us up here, so I think, without looking up on the wiki... Oh, there's a baby pig. Without looking up on the wiki, I think we want... You can find cotton in loads of them, can't you? So I think we can find it in critters' nests and animal burrows. Possibly we can find it in things like thickets and the ones with brambles and things. Maybe I should just wiki it. But I know
This is for Myra, by the way.
Cotton's one of the ones that...
Baby pig do-do-do-do-do, baby pig do-do-do-do-do, baby pig do-do-do-do-do, baby pig. There you go.
I threatened to sing that to Bun once on one of the guidance streams that Calvert and I did, and Bun was like, oh no, no. It always makes me laugh, right? Because we sing a version of that, or sang a version of that, to one of our cats when she was tiny. Two of our cats, in fact, because Mina, who's the middle one, when she was little, we used to call her Baby Nugget. So, of course, we sang a Baby Nug version of that because it was just everybody's earworm at the time. And then when Lily came along, we sang a Lilybug version of it as well. So there's a Baby Nug and a Lilybug version of both of those that sometimes I just sing to my
Ooh,
cats.
sheep.
There are indeed sheep, wild ones. And I have totally gotten turned around. Where are we? Oh, no affinity for 3 years, Mimas. Do you know what? I so rarely actually notice when I get an affinity. Sometimes I see the pop up, but so often I miss it and I only discover later when looking through my skill trees and I'm like, when did I get an affinity in that thing? My original affinity is one that I have used basically not at all. Hang on, I'll find it for you. One of the most useless. There we go. Small axe. I have a small axe affinity. In fact,
Oh, no.
I've not used it since I last died and lost some of my small axe. So that was my original affinity. Very dull. What have you done, Bun? What? Well, you were asking for it, really, weren't you?
I forgot that was a thing.
I like that you forgot that was a thing when you are the clippiest of clippers when you are watching streams.
I know, but
safe for posterity.
Excellent, good.
I don't think I've ever bought an extra affinity with marks. I always have better things to use marks on. So one of the journal rewards, you get to choose an affinity, which is the only way I have an archaeology affinity, because despite archaeology being one of my highest skills as somebody who's not a grinder, so archaeology, there you go, 95.99. In fact, that might be my highest. It is my highest skill, and the only affinity I have in archaeology. I had to fucking buy it with my journal rewards. I chose that one, whereas fucking miscellaneous items, I got 3 of those, so if I want to make compasses, I'm well in. But yeah, I'm miffed for all the archaeology I've done. In fairness, I think archaeology has got me at least one of my mind logic affinities, so I suppose I can't really complain. I'm up to 4 of those now. Hello. We were just talking about you. There's a little lilybug doing a big stretch.
Crim has before threatened to take me to chaos. Definitely not in relation to my affinities, because I'm not sure I have any bad ones.
Not threatened. I've just offered because Ruffle's got
some
all
that
of
are,
the good
not
ones.
Ooh. But I've been really lucky with the one. I haven't got loads. I ain't got many, but
Sod's law, I'd take her over there and I'd just give one of my affinities away instead.
You'd end up getting like pickaxe or something. And I'd get to keep my butchering and my fine carpentry and my mind logic and all that stuff.
You want to actually come up, or are you just telling me that you're hungry? If you think I'm bad at navigating during the daytime, boy, am I so much worse at night.
If someone kills you, Madoon, they can take your affinity. That's right, isn't it?
You can duel to the death for affinities. I assume it's dueling that does it. I don't know if just killing people also lets you steal them as well. I don't actually know. Not a PvPer. But yes, you can lose your affinities in combat on Chaos and on PvP servers in general. Cats are always hungry, yes, Myra. It's a rule. Especially Lilybug. I don't know how she packs it all away. She's only small. But she does. So pretty sure this is Troll Mountain, I think. Unless I've gone horribly Yes, what? What? I'm going to hold your hand and see how you like that. No, you don't like that. Also, Oh no, we're good. We're good. I thought I'd just wandered into a bit that we wouldn't be able to get through. Now, having said let's go to Troll Mountain, I don't actually know what's at Troll Mountain. I was just like, oh, that's a cool name. I bet that's got some cool stuff. But beyond that point, I did not prepare. Look.
A nice garden? Where's the nice garden?
No. Deed ahead of you. Oh, hello. Let's deal with this one. Since he's followed us a fair way. I mean, you don't just randomly lose them on Chaos Madoon, you know, while you're wandering about and just be like, whoops, that was that was careless of me. But yeah, sort of bigger consequences to engaging in PvP on Chaos. Maybe if someone here is a Chaos player or a PvPer on any of the servers, they can tell us exactly how it works.
I expect if we wanted a demonstration, they'd invite us over to show us how it works.
No.
They're very kind like that, PvPers. They're like, come over here.
Okay, here we go. So PvP gained affinities. So killing other people in combat has a chance to award an affinity, providing the following conditions are met. So they must have an affinity. They must have at least 20 fighting skill to stop people just spamming alts for their affinities. Both players have to be premium. Both players have to be members of rival kingdoms. So actually, you going over to Chaos wouldn't be a problem unless you go join a kingdom. Because I don't think you automatically get put into a kingdom on Chaos anymore. Affinity goes to a random attacker as well instead of the person who did the most damage. So actually, if you're involved in a melee with multiple people, it could go anywhere. Hello, Lily. And everybody else in the fight just gets a temporary affinity for a couple of days, apparently. And you can't lose your last affinity unless you're a champion, if they still have champions in Chaos. So if you're a new player going in there with premium, but you've still only got your starter affinity, you won't lose that. That would be pretty shitty. Oh, if you're a Lib Priest, you get put into HOTS, do you? That still happens. Well, there you go. Yeah, so math says when you get killed, the person who kills you gets a random one. So the wiki suggests that there's a chance to get one rather than a guarantee. I don't know how high that chance is. But also, the wiki is not always right about these things, so I would take the word of somebody who actually plays on Chaos over the wiki if people think differently. Ninja, you said something about Nice Garden, the one that we just passed, this one. Can we get in this one? Can't get in that gate. Let's just go and have a look and see if there's another way in.
These are cute little storage houses, though.
Yeah, they are cute. Also, like anybody who builds in pottery brick. Although, I just got it into my head that I wanted to build in pottery brick. And the building that I planned is going to require... I thought it was going to require 4,500 pottery bricks, which was already eye-watering. And then halfway through making them, I was like, oh my god, I forgot the 42 bridge tiles that go with it in pottery brick. So I have got many, many more pottery bricks that I need to make before I'm ready to start on that build. This gate opens. Let's go and have a look. Oh, they got a glowy.
It does feel very much like a little country park, doesn't it? It's nice.
Yeah. You bought 5 of your... So what was your... Did you tell us what your starter one was, Myra? You've got 4 in nature. Just scrolling back up, because I can't remember now if you told us yours or not, Myra. Did you... Oh, yes, yours was exorcism. Okay. You're taking my money anytime. No. I mean, yes, for a lot of things, but not for pottery bricks. It baffles me that pottery bricks are more expensive than normal bricks. So if I decide if I want to make things in pottery bricks, I'm going to make the damn bricks myself. But boy, do I resent it. Little patch of tundra up here. With some horse. Can you stop touching my legs, you weirdo? Whoops. Sorry, I didn't know we were auto riding.
Sorry, I thought you liked that.
No, I'm just getting jabbed by a jabby dabby. Oh! She just stuck a claw in my backside. Right.
Sorry.
I'm going to go park her somewhere and I'm going to go and feed this goddamn needy little cat. Let's try and find you a good view first.
I have a rabbit currently, like, reminding me that it's his vegetable time, but he's currently doing it in the nicest way possible.
I could stick us on a Be Right Back screen if you want to go feed your rabbit while I go feed my cat.
Oh no, I'm not in charge of vegetable bringing.
Okay. You're just being reminded. Hopefully your rabbit cannot like stand on his hind legs and reach up and touch your backside at least. Although I don't know, if it's a very big rabbit, maybe
he could if he wanted to. I think he could if he wanted to. But at the moment he's settling for he's come over and he's sort of stuck his head underneath my foot, so I'm sort of
that seems like a very
his
dangerous
head with
thing
my
that
foot.
instinct should have taught him better than. Stick your head under something's foot.
Rabbits want to be at the bottom of the pile. They want to be, that's their thing.
Do they not get squashed at the bottom of the pile?
I always thought that, but I've come to learn that that's what they want. They want to be the bottom one.
This looks quite pretty over here, but I don't think we can actually get into that bit of the deed. Like some pretty gardens over there. They like the squish. It's like lizards. Lizards like to stack themselves. So, like, if you get beardy dragons, they'll go and like stack themselves on top of each other, which I always think is pretty cute.
Yes, if you put your foot if you try and put yourself under his chin, he'll just like sort of move it so he can be back underneath it.
How are we going to get up Troll Mountain? Right, I'm going to... Yes, I'm going to go feed this cat and leave you with that view, and Ruffle can just entertain you for a minute.
You can all...
Will I feed this monster?
Entertain you with what? Because I don't know if I dare sing again. No, not more singing. I don't think so. Oh, I haven't got the voice to sing that. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Stop it.
I do not sound like that.
What are you promising to sing?
Nothing.
Asking for a friend? What are you promising
No,
not
I'm
to
not.
sing?
Stop it.
Let me entertain you.
Oh, you shush your face.
I tell you what, I'm going to leave you with that view for a second, because I'm just going to go and have a look and see if there is actually a way up Troll Mountain. More singing. I mean, I could, Myra, I could just snip any of the many times that she said it and turn it into a sound alert, but thus far, I have been very restrained, and I have not made sound alerts from any of my guest streamers' voices or Calverts, because that feels like a very slippery slope. And the moment that I do that, I am just opening the floodgates to people clipping me and turning me into sound alerts, and I don't think I want to start that.
Remember what happened with the horn? And I said, "You'll regret this," and you were like, "No." No.
Did we regret it? I don't regret it.
Yeah, I think you did.
Stop it.
When you say that, though, I kind of like, I want to do one of those like little Worms ones. Did you ever play like the Worms games? You regret it?
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of every time. Every time somebody says that, I just get a little worm in worm in my voice, being like, "You regret Leave me alone.
Stop it.
I also updated all of the text on these, so it used to just say so-and-so redeems whatever, but now they've all got slightly altered text related to the name of the channel point thing. So people are literally blowing your horn. Oh, I was meant to be looking at maps, wasn't I? Oh, I distracted myself. Let's have a look. Ooh. Let's have a look, let's have a look. Troll Mountain.
We've progressed to the stage now where if I stop stroking him with my foot, he gets hold of my sock and tucks it. Like, excuse me.
Well, yours sounds very polite. In fairness, mine are polite. They reach up a little paw and they just do a little kind of like dab, dab, dab. But they do it with tiny little claws. So it's more like a claw, claw, claw. And if I ignore them, they just do it again, but slightly harder until I eventually pay them attention, which is why I just got clawed in the backside. Because she was dab, dab, dabbing me and I kept batting her away.
I haven't seen a post box yet.
Are you... It's a crocodile, but I thought it was a fucking tentacle. I was like, what
It does look unfortunate.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, man. Do you know what? You could totally line up a bunch of crocodile corpses to that effect. But they wouldn't last very long because the only way that you could do it and for the bodies to last a while is if they were in a building, and if they're in a building you can't have a bridge. But who actually wants perma-tentacles? Not me. No.
You sure?
Yeah. Not a Yorosaki Doji fan, thank you very much. Although I do know the name. Nope. Nope. Ooh, just saw the lights coming over there.
That makes me all quivery.
Did you have to do that over
It's
the
been a long
tentacles?
time since anyone mentioned that. It was the 90s.
It was the 90s, and I was introduced to it by somebody who really should not have been. No, it did not go down well with his wife.
Da 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 da. Victory.
I had a girlfriend at the time, and I think he was just so enamoured at the idea of having friends who were queer. It showed us all kinds of things that we probably shouldn't have seen.
Oh dear.
I like the colour scheme, the lighting colour scheme here. This is all kind of like a dark golden, like a rosy golden. And I'm drawn to it. So even though this is not, in fact, a road, I'm being lured to
It'll
it.
do.
Let's hope it's not a trap. But I really like it. And remind me, I need to examine one of those lamps because that's a nice effect, whatever colour they've gone with. Copper lamps, you reckon, Bun? Yeah, it is. So maybe in fact it's not dyed. It is just. Is that just the colour that you get for copper lamps? No, they are also dyed. Sheepies! We love the sheepies. You could go hugging them all.
Oh, I thought I muted myself.
They are also output sheep. Very good, very good. I'm also breeding 4 and 5 output champion sheep, and I've got 1/6 output with the rare one, which I have yet to breed with anything. So where are we?
I too am breeding sheep.
Morel. We are all breeding sheep. We love the sheeps. Oh, I've still got my tech goblins notice up. I suppose technically that can go now, since my laptop is fixed and it has not keeled over since it came back. So, boop. There we go. I can go. She
So
fell off
many
the cart
sheep.
at the side of sheep. Yeah, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Just flash a sheep at her and off she goes. It's like Calvert and Mountains. Ruffle and sheep. Yep. That one sounds a little something.
It's because I wanted sheep in the game since before there were sheep in the game. That's why.
So when did they introduce sheep?
I can't remember.
Was there like a whole
I just
domestic
know.
animals update where we got sheep and cows and bison and chickens? Or was it just you started with like horses and chickens and then they expanded or something?
It's hard to remember. Like there definitely were horses and chickens.
Because you used to stand up on horses.
I know I
Like
was in before
trick riders.
scorpions. Oh, I just hit my microphone. Sorry about that. Got excited.
Wait, so sheep were before
Animals.
scorpions? Or you were in before scorpions?
No. After I was in before scorpions.
You were in before scorpions.
Because I was not impressed with that. I didn't want a scorpion.
Calvin
yeah.
and I
Oh no, it was
have,
well before you started playing Madoon.
Yeah, they were definitely in by the time I started. I came in around the same time as multi-story housing, I think.
So it was after independence that we got sheep. But I can't remember when exactly. I was really excited about it, but because of where I lived on Independence and there's no real road access at the time, I could only get stuff if it wandered off the mountain.
Did you start playing around the same time as me, Madoon? Or you were playing earlier, right? Because I started in 2013, start of 2013, around January time. And you were already playing then. Had you already been playing a while? Ooh.
Yeah, my Doom was on Delhi.
Colour on that one.
When Delhi started, there was
Yeah.
Madoon and Beres and me had deeds on Delhi.
Yeah, I knew that he was on Delhi before release was released. Didn't know for how long though. So we're saying that sheep came into the game somewhere between like 14 and 19 years ago. No, wait,
Yeah.
hang on. When was Indie? When did we say Indie was opened? Was that what, 2009?
2009?
Yeah. So actually, that narrows the window somewhat. Like somewhere between 14 and 16 years ago, we got sheep. Look at it. Look at it. I mean, I'm not really a fan of hot pink, but that's really quite cool. Particularly with the gleam on it. So yes, I did examine one and then promptly forgot to note it. So they are copper, but they are also dyed 136, 69, 27. But that's a really nice kind of. It's like a kind of like a fireside glow color. I like it.
There are going to be a lot of sheep on North Delhi, but a lot. The numbers will increase in 2 days.
I mean, you did just found a deed called New Floofshire. Or New Floofshire.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? Floofshire.
Well, I guess it's Floofshire, but as we know, I would not actually pronounce it like that. So
Floofshire sounds cool, but yeah, like
when I read it, it's Floofshire. But if I say it's just like Floofshire in it, Floofshire.
Floofshire for short, yes.
In it though.
Don't mind me being nosy. I like this. I like this kind of. It's not going to let us in. I like this sort of like little house out on its own, sort of jetty out on the water. That's quite nice.
It's so cozy.
It does. Looks cozy, and I bet it's got nice views out the other side as well. But these lights, like this colour light, is definitely giving it cozy vibes.
No, not fuchsia. Floofshire.
I didn't look out for a deed token, but I'm just going to see if we can see one.
Yorkshire, is it? It's not Yorkshire.
Might be if you're not from Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire has a mirror.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. Lancashire. See, now that's interesting because the shear on Lancashire is longer than on Yorkshire, and I don't know why. I can hear him in the background. I heard him chipping in. We can hear you. You're lucky we don't get him singing Baby Shark. But okay, so that's not just me, right? Or am I imagining
Would you like to sing Baby Shark?
Like Yorkshire, Lancashire.
Oh.
It's slightly longer on Lancashire. And I don't know why.
Can you hear that?
No. No, I just periodically
to come
hear the
closer.
shock bit.
He won't.
He was clearly just protesting so loudly about the pronunciation
He
of
says he's shy.
northern towns. I don't blame him.
He was. I was watching something the other day and they were talking about red car, and that amused me no end.
I don't know.
Both of us at the same time were like, red car? Red car?
I don't know where that is or how it should be pronounced. What should it be? Where is it?
Redcar.
Redcar. Where is it?
Redcar. It's in the northeast.
Can't be why I don't know. I really struggle to say Bolton in my accent because I know some people from
Say
Bolton
what?
and I always say it in Bolton. I have to
Bolton.
think about it to say Bolton in my own accent. Because like Pav's got a family who are up from Bolton way, and whenever he says Bolton, he says Bolton. And so I have to sort of like check myself and be like Bolton, not like we have a really bad habit in the UK because we've got so many regional accents. Some of us have a really bad habit in the UK, having so many regional accents of attempting to say the name of a place in its own regional accent, and it's just always awful. It's just you shouldn't do that. You're just going to offend anybody from that region.
Do you ever? I feel like this might be an experience that I have, and maybe you don't, but I might be wrong. Do you ever go anywhere and people copy your accent because they think it's funny?
No. But
No, I do.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. But because people do it with regional accents, right? And they just wouldn't do it with my. Actually, that's not entirely true. Like, I suppose people from other countries will sometimes mimic my accent because people enjoy British accents and like sort of doing a faux British accent back at you, I guess. But because my accent is, I suppose, quite neutral, I don't get it. But but regional accents absolutely do. Like, you hear it all the time with regional accents. And the thing is as well, like, I don't find it funny when people like mimic people's accents back at them, but also a thing that is apparently quite particular to people with autism and to a degree people with ADHD is that kind of echolalia effect.
Pick up their accent.
Yeah, you tend to pick
Yeah.
up and reflect the accents of the people that you're talking to. So it's not intended to be mimicry or making fun, but it's really
No,
embarrassing when you
it is
catch yourself doing
accidental.
it right, when you start picking up the accent of the person talking to you because it sounds like you're taking the piss out of them. And we're not.
does.
It's just
I
how
think
we
I think that does come across. I think that does come across differently though, because yeah, it's a very different thing, and I don't mind it a little bit, but sometimes it's a lot, and you're like, can you stop now?
just not. Can you just not? Yeah.
Next time they do it, I should go for being. I should lean into Newcastle or something with the accent. That'll get them.
Loch Lomond. Is that... Wait, that's Goldfinch's place, right? Are we coming up to Goldie's bit of the map? I think we are.
Let's have a look.
I'm pretty sure that Loch Lomond is Goldie's. Well, I was going to go up the mountain, but it looks like there was a deed up the mountain, but it's now saying under construction, so maybe there no longer is.
Why do they eye roll at you, Myra? Is it not good enough that your English is amazing? Like what?
You have an accent.
Yeah.
I have to say, whenever I hear any kind of Scandinavian accent, I tend to get all pairy because, like, a load of the Skyrim accents as well. I'm like, oh, these sound so good. Oh, I love these accents. And then I like people with like Norwegian accents or Swedish accents or stuff, and I'm like, oh, which is also not cool, and I should not do that. Yes, we've heard you speak English. You speak English beautifully, with a lovely accent on top.
Oh my. That makes me all quivery. Ooh.
I regret. You know, I am regretting. I'm regretting that one.
I thought maybe that was appropriate. I can't even hear it. But I bet Crim could do a Norwegian accent because Crim's really good at accents.
If I study accents, I'm quite good at accents, and it comes with, I think, with having a musical ear. If you have a musical ear, you tend to be better at accents, and it's something to do with hearing the way that sounds are formed, I think. So, and because I've spent some time in theatre, some accents I do quite easily. Some, I have to say, I find a lot harder. But these days, even on stage, I am really sort of shy about attempting accents, because if I can't do it really, really well, I don't want to be the person that does an accent badly. Like sometimes I have to, but I mean not do it badly. I mean sometimes I have to do an accent, and I work really, really hard at it. But I am a lot more self-conscious about it these days. Is that Loch Lomond over there? I feel like it might be. Tell you what, I've got a spyglass. Maybe the spyglass will help. She says. Yes, I do. Yep.
I can't really criticise anyone's English because I don't speak any other language to any sort of reasonable level at all.
We're so bad for that over here. We get taught all kinds of languages, but we don't. I suppose part of the problem is because most.
Good night, Calvert.
Good night, Calvert. I suppose because most most places we go where we might have learned the language, they would usually rather speak to us in our language than have us butcher theirs. But also, you know, one of the privileges of being an English-speaking from an English-speaking country is many, many more people can speak English than we can speak other people's languages. So I think part of the problem is even when we learn other languages, we just don't really have chance to.
Baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, mommy shark, do 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 do, mommy shark.
I love you.
Mommy shark, do do do, mommy shark.
You're adorable.
Daddy shark, do 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 do.
He's
Daddy
off
shark,
now.
do 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 do. Daddy shark, do 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 do. Daddy shark.
Tell him he's just made my day.
Kim says she loves you. That's basically what it's like to live in our house most of the time. You know, that's.
I'm so warm now. I've forgotten what I was saying entirely now. Yes.
We were talking about
We don't have a good
our
excuse.
appalling lack of language skills.
We don't have a good excuse, but I think that one of the reasons, rather than one of the excuses, one of the reasons that we're so bad at it is even though we have plenty of opportunity to learn other languages, we don't actually get to practice them and use them, so we just don't tend to retain them unless you're somebody who travels a
They
lot.
start way too late.
That makes me all
They start way too
quivery.
late with it as well.
That too.
Like, we didn't start learning a language until I was like 10.
Yeah, mostly you learn in secondary school here, so I started learning French when I was 10, and then I started learning German when I was 11 or 12, and I did like 3 years of German, 2 years of French, a year of Latin, a year of Greek. I could just about get by in France or Germany, maybe, but I couldn't hold a conversation in either of those.
No, I tried in France and I was terrible. Like, I remember asking for a sandwich and I got most of the way through the sentence and realised I didn't know the word for tuna. Don't mock me. I mean, mocked.
I mean, how do you sort of, you know, do like, how do you gesticulate fish?
You don't.
Let alone specific
you're like,
fish.
You're like, je voudrais un sandwich au tuna. Is how you do it.
Well, that's the
You just
thing.
revert to full stupid English person. Tuna.
That's the other privilege of being English, right? Though, is normally if we say it in our language, it's going to be either quite close to the way it's said in another language if it's a European language, and if not, the chances are that they're more likely to recognise the English equivalent than we are theirs. How do we get down to Loch
swap
Lomond?
language. Add an additional language.
Makes notes for a future
I don't
treasure
get to
stream.
practice. What are you noting, Bun?
Yeah, what are you noting, Bun? Also,
Oh, nice view.
are you fighting? Because I'm not fighting.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, hello. Why are you not waving your thing about? Oh, there we go. Now you are.
I save that for special occasions.
Oh, I see.
I want to know what these notes are.
What are you doing on Duolingo, Madoon, and is it Klingon?
How to get points? What points? What did I miss?
Don't know. I don't know. Maybe we can go
Kapla!
across. What the hell is that?
That's the whole of my Klingon. That's my whole Klingon knowledge.
What is with these roads? I am trying to slowly make my way down to Loch Lomond, but I think I took the wrong route. I'm taking a very cross-country way.
Oh! Apparently,
Klingon!
someone in the background wants to get involved again. Come on, then, come and say some Klingon for Madoon.
I only have one Klingon word, and that is mutaktable.
Do you know what that
Pretty good
means?
one.
Chocolate.
Oh, chocolate, apparently.
Oh, I wanted Madoon to translate. We were going to test his Klingon.
Oh, something that's quite it.
Also,
What are
don't
these
think I picked
points?
The last one.
Anyway.
What I was going to say, though, whilst we do or do not find out about the points, is that I don't get to practice the language I'm learning on Duolingo either. So
I was learning Swedish for a while on Duolingo, and I just stopped because, again, no chance to actually practice it.
I have been learning Korean.
That's a hard one.
Which it is hard.
You picked a challenging one.
I did. Not as challenging as if I'd. It's easier than, like, say, Japanese or Mandarin or something like that.
I learnt a tiny bit
I
of
see
Mandarin
those sorts of points.
from a native speaker. Oh, I see.
I can read Hangul. So, like, my main joy is, like, when I see Hangul somewhere and I read it and I'm like, oh, I know what that word is, and then it turns out to be an English word but written in Hangul, and then I'm like, then I feel clever.
I learnt a little bit of Japanese at university, and I learnt a little bit of Mandarin from a native speaker. And actually, ironically, I probably get more chance. I would probably get more chance to practice my Mandarin than I would most other things from like foreign films and TV series and things that I occasionally watch. Actually, I mean, there's a load of Korean cinema. If you're into that, that's probably quite a good.
I do watch.
A good way to
Here we go.
test
Where I
out
make
your
that mission.
Korean.
I do watch some K-dramas.
What are you watching out of interest? Asking for a friend.
Which? I recently enjoyed one called When the Phone Rings.
I've not heard that one. For ages, Netflix was just trying to give me all these K-dramas because I watched like a couple, and then it was like, oh, this is your jam, have all of them, and I couldn't find anything else. All it recommended me was K-dramas, but it's stopped now.
I also liked there's one called Cafe Minamdang, which I quite enjoyed. But I know nowhere near enough Korean to actually pick up anything other than, like, if they say toilet or man or.
Myra,
I
you've been trying to
do a bit
Spanish,
of French on there as well, just to try and.
I am so lost. I don't know how.
Oh yeah, but don't worry about being. I don't think you should worry about being bad at it. Like, it's okay to be bad at it, and it's okay to take time. Like, I've been doing the Korean for over a year, and I'm awful.
In my experience, if you're learning almost anything but French, they'll applaud you for trying. My experience is that the French do not like you trying and failing with their language. But that in fairness, that's a bit of a stereotype. It's just one that I have found to often be true.
I have experienced that.
As France is like, as people will jokingly say, I live closer to France than I do to most of the rest of England. France is somewhere I've had occasion to go a few times, and I do not try and practice my French when I go to France. Far enough south and southeastern England that I am practically in France, if you ask people like, well, probably like Ruffle's partner. It's always the northerners that tell me I'm practically in France. God, I can't get down there, this is bugging me. I think I might have to retrace my steps, and I don't like it. Somehow I've ended up on a hillside. I got so distracted by our conversations about languages, and I just bimbled us somewhere.
Sorry.
It's not a stream unless we get lost somewhere, though, right?
Yeah, I do a bit of French as well, just to try and retain what little French I got at school. I dabbled with Dutch for a bit, but I didn't really get on with it. I did recently try a bit of Norwegian.
This
Which
one
is-
tile wide cobble ninja. I don't think we can get down to it.
So, maybe at some point I can say something terrible to Bun and Myra. That'd be fun. Say something. Oh no, but I can't remember how to pronounce any of it.
Passed a while ago. Whoops. Well, I'm going to retrace my steps and I'll keep an eye on chat. So if you see it again, just shout. Point us where to go. Because clearly I
only did
was
a
not
couple of
getting anywhere where I
lessons.
went.
And so, like, I haven't got many words. So it'd be like, Van Elevin. Or, Brod Og Milk Tack. That's not what I said. Or wine. If it's a typo, then yeah. So yeah, super useful. Yay! See?
This one? Because this one's going the place that I was not intending to go. Oh, no, wait, this is also Broken Highway.
It can be nice to do other languages as palate cleanser from the Korean.
Who knows where we're going? But I think Goldie's logged off anyway, so. Way to Drake's Peak.
I need to work on everything, Bun.
Okay, so you know what? I wanted to... Yeah, we are going south. I actually wanted to pop off the east side of this, but to do that, we'd have had to have gone past Goldie's place. Are you hungry again? How is that possible?
I'm
I'm
always
just going to have a
hungry.
look at a map. Me too. Me too. Let's have a look, see.
I think it's just fun to learn language. So it's a bit like doing puzzles or something like that. It's kind of relaxing.
It's good for your brain.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be why I couldn't get to Loch Lomond. Because no paths lead to Loch Lomond.
Oh.
And ironically, that might have been the path that I wanted that we just couldn't get to, towards kind of Isle of Sirens way. There's got to be a way down the mountainside. Maybe we're just going to have to wing it. This might be the worst idea I ever had.
Turn back north, turn left. It's a
Okay.
silent ninja.
Right, let's try.
Oh, a merchant wear. Not that we're shopping, but asking for a friend.
Okay, so which one's got the... Oh, Drake's Peak's got the merchant, do you mean?
Oh, Drake's Peak's got so many merchants.
Drake's Peak is also the one, though, that's got like a couple of buggy tiles.
Good night,
I
Moomin.
think. Good night, Moomin.
I didn't have any problems when I was there, but
Well,
was there on my
I
own.
think we are going to go back there at some point on stream, but probably
is-
not till next stream because I was going to try and get out to the
it's
east first.
so many merchants, though. It's a lot of merchants.
Stop it.
and
Is it?
it's- Yeah.
So it needs to be going on my list, does it? I've never actually been inside. Noted.
Stop it. Stop
Baby,
it.
you've just been fed. You've just been fed. Oh my god. So,
Stop
what am I
it.
looking down onto here? It's just... need to head west. But I'm trying to head east. Do I need to go west first to get east? I'm not trying to get to Drake's Peak at this point. I'm trying to get across to the islands to the east. Just to make sure that we're not, like, talking at cross
Have you
purposes here.
considered, and I know this is wild, finding a highway?
You shut your face. Maybe. Although the highways that got us here, well, they weren't highways that got us here, but the highways that we were kind of sort of following along that got us here, like I got to a bit where the highways no longer went where I wanted, so I stopped paying attention to them. Down here? Turn right into Goldie's Deed. Well, it was Goldie's Deed that I was trying to get to, so what? If we can we go down here towards Goldie's Deed? There, okay. Cool. Thanks, Silent Ninja. There are indeed lights up ahead. Ooh. Whee!
Every time you say that, I have to resist singing again.
What? Every time I say what? Well, who
There's
says what?
lights up ahead. Because
You don't have to.
no.
You don't have to resist singing at all.
I do, because it won't be good.
Do you know what? So I was actually
Exactly,
trained.
Madoon. Exactly.
I was a trained singer. I had some singing education for some years, and I used to sing all the time. And then I got so shy of criticism. I got it into my head, not just about singing, but about things in general. This has been one of the banes of my life, that if I can't do something really, really fucking well all the time, then I don't want to be seen doing it. And that kind of perfectionism has spoiled my enjoyment of so many things for me, because I still struggle to shake the idea that it's okay to do something and not do it well, and that's fine, and that's so bad, right? There's so much stuff
I
that
feel
we
like that's
don't enjoy that would be enjoyable, except we get so kind of like, I don't know, cringy and awkward and uncomfortable about the notion that we might not do it perfectly, that somebody might see us doing it badly. Like,
what learning languages has been doing for me is that it started to make me think, like, it doesn't matter how long it takes me or how bad I am. Like, it just doesn't, I'm not on anyone's schedule. It's okay to be bad at it. Like, and I've quite enjoyed being bad at it.
and I mean, a lot of these things also, you don't have to do them for anybody else's enjoyment but your own. Nobody has to see or hear them. You can just,
Except if I sang on stream, people would hear it.
But I just, I don't know. I'm trying to undo that about myself. Yups. You're very kind. Thank you. Thank you for preventing me from having a panic attack and throwing all of the streaming business in as well. But there's like,
you can't do that, because then everyone would just be stuck with, like, me.
Would you pick up the baton, would you?
And Bun, like, we were
when you come and fill the gap. Yeah, you should. Well, but you see now, when
B streams,
around the time you would not be the B streams. Around the time I was thinking about starting streaming and gearing up for it, Bun was like, "Well, I've considered streaming,
yes, and you.
but if you streamed, then I wouldn't have to, and I could just come and stream on yours." And I was like, "Yeah, you could, Bun." And that's how
I didn't want to presume.
That's how that
Bun.
worked.
We'll do a new stream. It can be like Bun tries and teaches me to say my O's correctly. That could be the whole stream.
Counting with Bun in Norwegian. Stream number 35.
Yeah. Has Ruffle got it yet? No.
Now wait, hang on. I don't know why Calvert and I came here on stream a while ago. I do know how to get down to the coast because it's through a bloody mine, isn't it? I had been here before. Tell you what I like about Goldie's Deed. I like, somewhere around here, there were a load of, like, she's got like everything in gold and everything painted gold, and like I'm sure that some of the, like, the railings and things were also in gold, but I'm actually struggling to find the examples that I was thinking of now. But like I know she's got a load of, there we go, there's the mine door.
To the Golden Exhibition. There is a sign.
So there is.
It's a sign.
It is a sign. What? Okay, but
It's
is that not just taking us back
We're
where
going
we
out
were?
of business. Sorry. Had to get my little Ghostbusters reference in there.
Where is the Golden Exhibition though? Like,
There was the sign.
I know, and I followed the sign. Wait, is there another
There's a
one?
sign here right in
there
front
is,
of
there
us.
is. Okay, all right. I'm not very good at signs, okay? Uphill to the Golden Exhibition. Up
I
this
appreciate
hill?
there's a sign at every moment because.
Up it.
So if you go, I was going to say down. That's not very helpful, is it?
Which,
North,
up
and then
which hill? Okay. No, north.
if you go, no. Oh no, there is a way through here as well. Actually, go south.
Because that's why I was confused, because, like, that's a down and an up. Like, they're both technically uphill, but that one's not a pointy sign. Okay, but... So that's what confuses me, because that's the bloody tower I just went past, so why did the sign send me that way? If the Golden Exhibition's up here? That's the wrong way, surely. South Hill Gate. Oh, I'm so confused!
Myra's singing.
Whew. Right, let's try again. One more try. Golden Museum uphill. So I think it's up this hill.
Down here, and then
Yes.
up there.
Right. There we go. But this actually wasn't the building that I was thinking of, I don't think, that had all of the gold stuff in. But we'll go and have a look anyway. Ooh, this definitely does have
Look
a lot
at
of gold
this.
stuff in, though. It must have
my
been this
goodness! Look at all these tools.
one. I know. I should have left my cart and horses out. I tell you what, I'm going to go and move this outside because it's kind of in the way. Let's just pop this back outside
Well, I
and go
know
and
where
have a
to
proper
send
look.
the next time I make a load of gold stuff. I can send it.
Oh, she's got. She's got a lot of these in rare stuff. Also, look at me. I've got no stamina. Let's drink something. I should probably drink something in real life as well, actually. Let's have some of that. Let's have some more of my cheesy baked potato. Actually, let's finish the takeout first. Let's be good.
Oh, I keep forgetting to look for post boxes.
Well, there will definitely be one here. So we'll have a look on the way back out before we get to the mine. Drink number 3. This one's a
I'm
pink
still
one.
drink number 2. I'm slacking.
Mm-mm. Oh, so fizzy. So they made a pink lemonade version of 7-Up, and I'm kind of here for it.
Sounds interesting.
I mean, pink lemonade's just normally with raspberry.
I generally don't drink that much sort of fizzy pop, but I have been accidentally
so bad at it
converted to having
recently.
this cherry Pepsi Max recently.
I go through phases of it. For years and years, I didn't drink any at all. And then somebody got me into Cherry Relentless, which is so sugary and so bad for you. And I weaned myself off it by switching back to things like 7-Up and Coke and things. But I really do, like, I drink way too much of it at the moment. And I've gone for years without drinking any of it. And I just I go through phases and then I get like a new favourite thing to drink. So I will come back off it at some point. For a while, I was drinking lots of kind of different kinds of teas and things. The trouble with tea, though, and I love tea, I'm a tea fiend. I have got so many really nice loose leaf teas. I've got them all in beautiful caddies, all lined up a little wall of tea. But I'm also somebody who, like, I get ever so slightly too warm. And I'm like, oh my god, this is intolerable! And that's the problem with tea, right? Tea always warms you up, and so much of the year I'm already slightly warmer than I would like to be. And it kills me because I love tea. But I don't really like tea cold. Ooh. I've just been upstairs and seen the mall display. I do like the mall model, you know. This has got to be, like, the prettiest native model, basic model for any of the weapons. I always think the mall's lovely. And it's weird in a way that so many of the other weapons are really, really basic versions, and yet we got this really highly decorative one just for the mall. See, in the medium version as well is also beautiful. Like, they're so nice.
That's why I've got them all. Because I just like it. It's like
Yeah.
a big lollipop.
Maul was my favourite weapon. It was my weapon of choice for years, and it's just I got it past 90 and I was like, I should probably train up something else. So now I'm back to a huge axe and a longsword, but Maul was my one of choice for that reason as well, because it's just so pretty. Kissing the Mauls. Where do we get up the top?
I I recently got it upgraded.
Ah, there you go, and there's the gold fences. What did you get
It's
it
very
upgraded?
exciting.
What sort of an upgrade did we get?
I got the casts upgraded finally,
Nice. Also, lovely use of keystones here.
which Bun very kindly helped with. Very, very kindly.
Bun is excellent caster. It's a shame that the golden
Bun
horseshoes
definitely
don't show the colour.
Didn't shatter something important recently. That's fine. That never happened.
What did Bun not shatter? What did you not shatter, Bun? It is very gold. It is very gold. Right. That's not the right way around. Wait. What? Really?
Yeah,
Oh no!
it's fine. It's fine. It was it was it was kind of funny, really, because it's like, oh, it was imped so high by Myra, and then it's so unlikely to happen.
Yeah, that is such rotten luck.
And at first I thought, oh, it's a joke, and I'm like, oh no, it isn't a joke. Oh no.
Oh no!
But my theory is the reason I found it funny is because, of course, my Supreme mallet was made of pine.
It's just making way
And
for
so-
you to have have one in the
And so I
proper
think-
wood type.
I think it was because Bun's allergic to things made of the wrong wood.
Mhm.
I think that's why it happened.
Oh, Bun.
But then no, it was fine. And then everyone was being super helpful and trying to make me a new one.
Oh, bless.
Got there in the end.
I mean, I have to say, it's
So it was
got
an
to be.
experience.
There's a mailbox. It's got to be like one of the worst things for enchanters, right? Like when you shatter something really important like that, you're like, you must feel absolutely awful, and like there's nothing you can do about it. Like even with the best protection in the world, anything short of what is it? There's a fluid that you can put on stuff, but super expensive. Like even
I've got that
with
on the
things
mall,
imped super
'cause-
high, and all of that stuff. Unless you've got that one thing, there is always a tiny chance, and it's awful when it happens.
It was just rotten luck. It's just the way it is. There's nothing.
So wait,
If
so
you haven't got it protected,
they spammed and made two supreme and 3 rare mallets.
Yeah.
To replace
Yeah.
it. Is that why you were learning how to do rare spamming?
yeah.
To replace your mallet?
Finally,
Okay.
yeah. With a timer and everything.
Have you got what you wanted from
Well-
the mailbox?
Yes, thank you. I put it in my hand so you can see it.
You
Hopefully.
have? A little tree. I just saw the fir tree thing, and then I was looking for you carrying like a Christmas tree. I was like, surely I would see that if you were holding it.
Oh,
She was
that's
so
a bit of
good.
an
but
odd
she-
angle.
Did you get her using like the timer pings and things and everything? Because I have been known on
A tear
occasion
to your eye.
to do my rare window spamming and things. I did it for example, I did it for statuettes when the dragon statuette skins came out. So I did it for a bunch of statuettes. Then I've done it for a couple of other things, but mostly I cannot. I don't have the patience and the concentration to do it, but I have on occasion when I've like really wanted a particular thing, usually for a particular skin. I have done it.
Oh, this reminds me of Robbie's deed on Cadence.
It's not that there's a weird trick for getting rares so much, Madoon, as it's making the best use you can of limited materials and the rare window that you've got. So your rare window is usually 20 seconds. Is it usually 20 or is it usually 10? You can tell how often I do this. And whatever it is, whatever the standard one is, if you sacrifice Valray items, for example, you can get 5 of them will get you the plus 10. There you go. So 20 standard, and if you sack Valray items, you can get that rare window up to 30 to give you a bigger window of time in which, if you do a thing, you get the rare roll. and it has to be a valid thing that you're doing. So ideally, if you are rare spamming, you want to not be doing any actions that might waste the rare roll without you knowing. And I think things like repair can waste it, and other stuff like that. So to be rare spamming efficiently, to make the most of the time that you've got, what you want to be doing is knowing whatever that window of time is and essentially doing one valid action approximately once every single one of those windows on the thing that you want to turn rare, because in theory you'll get a rare window on average once every couple of hours, and if you have 2 or 3 toons that you've got creating this, then you want all of them to be doing it once in that rare window every single time, making sure that all of your actions are both valid for the rare roll and will create the thing that you want to make if they happen to get that rare roll. So I suppose in a way it is a little bit of a trick, but it's not so much of a trick as it is just sort of trying to make most efficient use of the way that we now know that rare windows work in terms of timing.
It's like playing music with a metronome.
It's dull as anything, and it takes a lot of patience. Hey.
So you set up there's a timer you can use, and you set that up so that when you've done a certain action or something in your event tab, it'll set the timer again. And then so you just like first toon does it after the timer, and then you just click all the others after. So I was doing like 25-second intervals for them all.
You can also do it. I mean, Windows just has like a stopwatch function that you can use, so you can just have that running in the background, and every time you hit an increment of, so if you got it up to like the 30, whatever, every time you hit an increment of like 25 seconds, if you want to hedge your bets, or every 30 or whatever, you just click another action. Importantly, you need to not queue a bunch of actions up, because I think all of the queued actions count for the point that you queue them, not the point that they go off. So you need to not utilize things like your multiple actions, your queuing, stuff like that. You have to be there manually actually starting an action once every time in that window, which is slow and dull and requires a lot of patience, but it is an easier way to make sure that you actually get to take advantage of your rare windows when you are desperately trying to come up with a rare for something, like for example to replace somebody's shattered item.
So it was, overall it was a positive experience. 10 out of
But you
10.
got a Supreme Mallet back
Right.
out of it, did you? There you go.
It was a learning experience.
Oh crap.
What?
I was hoping I could follow the coast round to get over to those East Islands, but I can't.
Have we not learned?
But there is.
Pristine does not like coast roads.
That's where I want to go, though. We're all right. Apparently, this highway will take us there. We're fine. It's all good. I have a horrible feeling that the Isle of Sirens might be the one that Calvert and I sailed past and went, oh, it looks like boobies.
Which is not a criticism of Pristine, because, you don't like coast roads. That's fine. That's just a choice. Unlike Exo, who doesn't like sailing. That's not fine.
It's less likely that you've reduced your rare window, Madoon, and more likely that, just like most of us, so many of what would be your chance at a rare rolls, that window opens and then you do an action which isn't one that you can get a rare roll on. So you lose a lot of them, just not realising you're losing them. Which is the way that the system's supposed to work.
You're not hitting them because of queued actions.
Yeah.
So, like, when it would have happened, you already queued the action.
And then the window
which is
passes.
still happening, if that makes sense. Yeah.
The game is not set up for us to produce a rare every 2 hours, but theoretically it is possible with really careful timing. It's just not a very fun way to play the game, which is why people don't do it constantly all the time. But knowing how to do that when you're desperately trying to grind something rare can help. And also getting that rare window, of course, doesn't guarantee that you make a rare or imp something rare. It's just giving you the best and most frequent opportunities that you are capable of getting on that toon.
You've got to really want it. Like,
you do.
Really...
You do. How are we doing for time? Oh, we got loads of time. You were worried that we wouldn't get all the way down here. I was like, we're going to go all the way down past Troll Mountain, and then we're going to go, like, make our way out to Ao's Attic, and you were like, oh, I don't know that we can go that far. Loads of time. We started late, and it's 11:15. Loads of time. I mean, it says ring the bell. Am I going to be able to do it from in a cart? Yes! That's apparently one of the few actions that you can do whilst in a cart. I don't know why it takes so long for the bell to actually start ringing as well. Anyway, we've announced our presence to nobody. Made it this far because we've not encountered any markets. I mean, I did encounter one merchant just back there. But I was good. Like you ringing your bell in response. Although if Drake's Peak has got a lot of merchants, we're going to find those next time because next time we're going to be going past those and we are going to finish at a market today. Which is definitely not going to cost Ruffle and I a lot of money. They really like their fir trees here. Fairness, I like fir trees. It's also full of nymphs. But then it is the Isle of Sirens. Just having a nosy while we're here. Hey, a JK wagon. See, these are the ones that I was talking about earlier. I just think they're really nice in wagon form. I mean, they're nice in the banner form as well. But they just always look really smart. Like, it's a really nice, rich, saturated, like, blues and blacks and things. And I like the layered patterning. It doesn't look too busy. It does look like it could reasonably be made out of fabric or fabrics rather than just like a flat thing painted on a piece of paper kind of thing. I appreciate that about it. It looks textured. Swift hard. Hallibuck plugged. I should have said that more slowly. That so nearly went wrong. Good evening. Tell me you didn't hear about the carrots. Whoa, we got a stag hoter here. Isle of Sirens Hall. Gonna get out and have a nosy, see if it's open. Is it open? It is open. What are here? Hello, are you still hungry? That's unfortunate. You've been fed once. Twice. 3 times a lady. What's up here? What's up here?
I just realised I've been chatting away and my microphone switched off.
I assumed you were eating your dinner finally. Oh, what did we
It was.
miss?
But also,
And then you forgot to
I don't
unmute.
even know. Yeah, I think you mostly missed me like laughing a lot at the fact that I was slightly distracted when you greeted Buck Plugged. And so I was like, excuse me?
It says private home, so I assume it is not open. It is open. What? But it says private home. Why is it open? Why is it private home and then it lets me in? And now I feel like I'm trespassing. You know what? Well. Actually, I do need to get rid of that salty water that I accidentally filled my thing with. What is? Oh, it's a sharky. Look at that. Look at that lovely sun. Have I missed? Hang on. Damn it, I just missed a really good dawn as well. We rode through the night and I totally missed the sunrise. Would have been a beautiful one. What am I looking for? Water skins. No. Where did I put you? Oops.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Good. Ooh, I like the shape of this hall with like the different height towers and things. It's quite nice seen from, like I didn't notice it when I was down in it, but it looks nice from up here. Like it's sort of, it's pretty. I like this. It's nice design. I like the little beach chairs as well. That's cute. I do wish we could sit in these. I just like that could
I've
be the
just
one
realised-
sharing game that you sit in and it reclines you to watch the skies. I mean, what did you just realise?
that you've got out of the cart.
Yes.
I'm just like looking at a tree, going like, what beach chair?
I know, right, Myra? Like, I want to be able to sit in them, and it would be nice if we sat in them and they actually reclined you. They would be great for sky watching. Like, perfect for it, but just no. For show only.
Yeah, I'd like the ability to just lounge about somewhere in Worm.
Right? Even the chaise longue, right? You perch very primly on the chaise longue. A chaise longue is for lounging. We should be able to recline on a chaise longue. That is literally the point. I want to sort of, recline like a Victorian woman. Just sort of, it's like a fainting couch, right?
Yeah.
I've gotten so turned around. I wanted to go back out the way I came. Which way did I come? Not through the horse pens.
Hello.
Oh no, maybe it was through the horse pens. Yes, because I went past the stag coater, didn't I?
Goodbye.
Are you still in the cart?
Yep.
So you are. My dears. Lake house.
I can watch what you're looking at from here, so I'm just
You can.
like,
I mean,
chilling,
that's true. Just chill
just
there and
luxuriating
eat
in
your
the
dinner.
cart. Yep. Oh, I'm gonna have some sweets, even though it's late.
I do keep periodically just snacking. I have a bad habit of doing it right before I'm about to open my mouth again, which shouldn't be hard to figure out because I'm streaming, so I've basically always got my mouth open.
I spinach of other activities. What, like doing a jigsaw? Journaling. I bet it's good for journaling.
What, the chaise longue?
Mm.
Who's the someone you know? Aristarchus. It's not a name I know. Well, I like their little deed.
I mean, it's not standard to sort of do your cooking whilst sat on a chaise longue, but I guess you could.
I mean, you see, I'm taking this with a pinch of salt, Myra, because because the carrots thing. Like, I've never seen him blush so hard and look so confused. We did actually have a chaise longue, like in the house that I grew up in. Like, my mum had one in her bedroom. It was kind of lovely. But you just never see them now. Which is why it always bugs me that in Worm they're called, like, lounge chaises. Because it's not lounge, it's long. Chaise longue. But they offer lounging, so I'll let them off. Oh, not him. This. I cannot keep up with all of your illusions, Myra. I'm just going to smile and nod. Smile and nod. So, then I think if we cross that bridge over there, this is the island. That if we go all the way around the other side, we'll find ourselves at Ao's Attic. You know what? Maybe we won't finish at the market. Because we're actually here a lot quicker than I thought. I suppose it depends how distracted we get along the way. But it might be that we get there and we still have time to spare and we can get back over to the mainland. It still throws me that I can see your hair. I keep turning around and being like, what?
What do you think of it? I don't know if I like it.
I like it. I like it, but then I like a redhead, so.
Ooh.
Especially redheaded women. So I would
Excellent.
approve. It's my jam.
It's not red anymore in real life, though.
I think it was So it was definitely still red when I met you years ago.
And we're
However
talking
long
like
ago it
proper
was
red
now.
though, not like sort of ginger.
Did I meet you?
I used to have like red.
red. There might even be pictures of you on the worm forums somewhere from many, many years ago with your red hair.
I
If
did
you
wonder
go
if there might
far
be.
enough back, I think there probably are.
I think there might be one.
I think there is I think there's one from many, many years ago.
I should go check.
Right, everybody who can get there first, go and find the picture of Ruffle in the flesh from many, many years ago, somewhere buried on the worm forums. Is that? Oh, it's a trader. Got all excited. Yeah. So
Yeah, like a real life picture. I think there might be one on there somewhere.
Yeah.
Because we had a worm meet at once.
They had a worm moot. I don't think it was called a worm moot, but it should have been called a worm moot. In fact, I was talking about this like last year or the year before, because I said that our alliance probably has about half the Brits on release in it, and we could legit do another worm moot and probably half people it if we just start it with our alliance and then just invite anybody else who wants to come and have a real life worm moot again. It's only been what, decade and a half since you last tried to do one.
Yep. Not
Something
many
like
people
that.
came in the end, because that's the thing about people who play Worm is they're very they like to stay at home on their computers.
And if you're not based in the UK, and even if you are based in the UK, it's still quite a lot of travel and logistics and stuff to all get into the same place at the same time.
It was a
Especially
tiny
if
gathering.
once you're
we had
there,
fun.
you can't play Worm.
One of my favourite things about the whole thing, though, was we had one visitor over from the Netherlands, and he is like this sort of classic, sort of classically attractive, tall, Dutch man, and like everywhere he went. Everywhere he went, there were just women like looking at him. So funny. Like, you've never seen anything like it. It was like being in a
You just
film.
get to walk around with like a really attractive person and see how the world molds itself around them.
I've
It's
never
so
seen
weird,
anything
isn't
like
it?
Just women everywhere, like, oh, it was amazing.
Okay, but who's the he that we're talking about, Bun? I'm so confused. Right, let's go and have a... actually, it's a keep, and generally speaking, you can't get into keeps because they're meant to keep people out, but we'll just go and have a look-see. Also, gates inside gates. That's a real kind of fuck off right there, surely. Tell me... Oh my god, no, it opens! Ow! What's going on in here? Potatoes. Somebody has not been back to tend their farms in a very long time. Let's go and see whose this is.
Oh, I like that way it's split up into proper little plots, though.
Yeah, it's cute,
I feel like
isn't
doing
it?
that at some point.
It is nice.
I'm tempted to turn over part of my sheep deed to some more farming and get back into that again on a larger scale, maybe. I don't know.
The trouble is, right, for a given ratio in a deed, you can't fit as many sheep efficiently in that space as you want without running out of ratio. So as soon as you start keeping animals, you've got way more land than you have actually got animals to put on them. So you do need to find other uses for said land. Because if you filled them even sparsely with all of the animals to fill up the deed ratio, you still wouldn't get close. Not gonna call out names. You guys brought it up.
Yeah, we need to know now. It's gossip. It's just between us. No one will know.
And everyone on stream.
Or the world. It's fine.
Ooh, what is? What is?
I keep seeing chickens in the tundra in my inventory.
I mean, it is a good book name. Chickens in the tundra, gorillas in the mist, riders on the storm, you know.
I'm very warm. I'm going to put a fan on. Let me know if you can hear it and I'll turn it off again.
I keep meaning to get a streaming fan, but the trick is finding a place to put it where it doesn't just blow directly into my mic all the time. So instead I end up with like my hand fan being like, but even that, like I can hear it in my mic. So I'm just like, I end up sort of like, you know, fanning myself like, this is what I need a fainting couch for. Oh, it's getting warm. Hello, Lilybug. Wait, look. Wait. Ah, there she is. That's the little horror that has been dabbing me all evening. Being like, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. Why won't somebody feed me? Lucky strike. I love Sirens that
I'm
way.
waiting to see.
Attic that way.
Sorry, because I'm on delay.
Yeah, because you're on the same delay as everybody
so-
else. She's sitting up there and sulking because I did not bow to her demands to be fed a third time. Let's just go and have a peek. I do like when people do interesting paving. Like, the particular paving is not always to my taste, but I'm always kind of excited when I see someone who's done interesting paving, because there are so many things, like so many interesting paving patterns that you can do with the limited paving options that we have available, and I always quite like it when I find someone who's found a new cool pattern to do with their paving. Just going to go and have a nosy over here at the Horseshoe Inn. More fans of copper lamps here. The trouble is I don't much like the copper hanging lamps, and if I'm going to commit to a lamping scheme, so to speak, I want both hanging lamps and standing lamps in that set, and the ones with the ones that have got like the tube hanging lamps, like the LED ones are like that as well, give out so little light that I don't like them, and therefore I don't use their standing equivalents either. Oh, this is nice. Someone after my own heart. You know what? This is exactly how I did the bar
Oh, this looks... Yeah.
in Little Venice, right? With like the arches and with like the tables inside like bookcases and stuff. Clearly this is my jam. Thoroughly approve. What a good little bar. Let's go and have a nosy upstairs. Nice balconies over the many, many bison that they are breeding. They're breeding hardened bison out there. Oh, look, there's loads of deed down there.
Oh, wow.
I wonder whose deed this is.
See, I'd quite like to have a setup like this where I can look out over my sheep.
You just need to build your manor house up higher and have your sheep spanning out before it.
Oh, they got champion sheep.
Look at these nicely appointed rooms. We've all got champion sheep now, and I kind of love it. I think everybody should have champion
anyone
sheep.
Hasn't got a champion sheep and they are sad, let me know.
We'll breed you champion sheep.
I can help. Ooh, sorry, I just
And
jumped down the stairs.
Go to Ruffle rather than me, because although I absolutely can also breed you champion sheep, the reason that I stopped breeding and putting animals on my deeds is because my grasshopper brain makes me especially bad at actually remembering to follow through with breeding requests. Like, poor Ruffle's been waiting for some, like, scared sheep from me for forever, and every so often I remember and I go and look and see if I managed to breed one or not. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill in my last missing sheep.
So what are you now missing? Have you got scared and raging ones complete yet?
Let me break out the spreadsheet. Hang on.
Break out your
It's
spreadsheet. Tell me what
serious.
you're still missing.
I am missing... I don't know if I updated this since the last sheep you brought me.
I think it was a scared ram.
Oh, no, I have. A scared ram is marked off. I am missing both angry sheep and ram. I don't have either.
Really?
I don't have a scared sheep, and I don't have sly or a sheep or ram in sly. And that's my last ones I need for sheep.
Know if I've got sly ones or not. I've definitely got. I'm sure I've got angry ones. I'm sure I've got angry, fierce, and raging, which should have been all of the pink sheep if we got them with colour casts. Which we may still do one day. You never know.
We must be near AO's attic.
We are. It's just round the corner from here. I'm just sort of popping down to have a look at the stuff on this deed first.
Yeah, I've not seen Cat's Deed before. Despite having come here so many times.
Wait, whose deed is this?
Catonia.
I see. I was kind of vaguely intending to look out for a deed token, and then I completely forgot. I see. I was just passing through though. Ooh, I don't think I've seen a slate wall fountain before. It's quite nice and dark. Oh my goodness.
I see her at holy sites a lot.
Knights of Valray. Probably one of my least favourites. Oh! I was like, oh my god, someone else has got a Bandersnatch. No, that's my Bandersnatch. That's as far as I AFK sailed Estuary earlier. So that if we finished at AO's market, she could come round and pick us up after stream. But I just sort of, because I was AFK sailing while I was doing 100 other things, I was like, I'm vaguely in more or less the right place, and I just logged her out where I beached her, and that's my ship. Whoops. Ooh, look at all these wagons. We've got a bright cappy one over there and a skull. Sparta. Keep double take. I've got such a bad memory sometimes. Ooh, there we go.
This is like how I scare myself when I'm leading animals, because I forget I'm leading an animal, and then I look around and I'm like, oh!
Now, this is very, very rare to see. So there you go.
Cool.
That is a Black Legion Tall Kingdom banner.
I've never seen that before.
So rarely see them. Like, you see the Kingdom banners, I don't want to say semi-regularly, because those are also quite rare, but this, super rare. So rare, in fact, that I had forgotten completely that it had this yellow bit at the bottom, which threw me a bit when I was coming up to it. So there you go. If you've never seen a Black Legion banner, it's unfortunate that the sun's behind it at the moment, so you're not getting the best view in terms of colour. But that's a tall Black Legion.
I was never going to get into PMK stuff. And then...
And then you did!
And then I, won some. And now, it is getting to the stage where I might have to have a spreadsheet. another tab in the spreadsheet. Just in case.
Just go watch yours now and then. Wait, I missed when that comment came in. Go and watch yours what? What
My
sheep? There's a crow flag up there as well. Sorry, not crow, cheese flag up there. But we can't actually get up there anyway.
Yes.
What's that?
Everyone is welcome to come and look at my sheep.
And Valhalla Descendants. There is, but I can't actually get close enough to show you that one. I do have one of those back at Brambleheim, though. If I haven't shown you, I could show you sometime. Oh my goodness, teeny tiny ponies. Look at them, they're so small.
I love baby horses.
I love them. Look at them
Apparently
frolic.
There were lots of baby horses apparently over at Myra had been breeding some. But I didn't go and look because apparently they were all having a nap. So
by having a nap, do you mean
they were just sleeping?
Do you mean she was culling because they didn't come out right?
I think they were just sleeping.
Oh, a lot of them are still bouncing. Some, only a partial cull. But look at them frolic. They're just so lovely when they frolic. I love them.
Every time I see baby horses in markets, I want them all.
They're so miniature.
All of them.
And I'm sad. I know why we don't get anything mountable in champion and lurking sizes, but how adorable would it be to have teeny tiny miniature ponies? I feel like we need some kind of thing that you can buy with Marks or from the silver shop that's sort of like some kind of a preservation balm, and you rub it on an animal and it never gets any older. And just preserve something at an adorable infant stage. Like baby seals. Ooh! We're not going to be able to get in up here, presumably, because this is also going to be locked. But that
Look,
there
it's like, have you seen,
is a very, very fancy
Stonehenge?
tent. Have I seen
You've seen Stonehenge behind us?
I've not seen Stonehenge behind us. As somebody who has watched the sunrise on a summer solstice on Stonehenge, I've got to say this is certainly a lot more intact than Stonehenge is, but I like it all the same. That's cool. That is cool. It does look a bit like a summoning circle, though, doesn't it? Like...
It just reminds me of the Izzard jokes, you know. Ooh, building a henge, are we?
It's a fancy Supreme cart over there. Ah, Apocalypse Order stuff. See, I also really like Apocalypse Order, and even though it's quite a simple design, it's just such a deep, inky, saturated black, and that's why I love it. So good. And I like the torn bit of the banner as well. I'm a big fan of Apocalypse Order, aesthetically speaking, of Apocalypse Order stuff. Whenever I talk about PMKs and being a big fan of them, I know nothing about the actual PMKs themselves. I hasten to add, I'm just talking about how pretty I find them. Well, that was all very fancy. Right, heading back up, and then I think Ao's place is just over here. Maybe they like Outlander. Wait. Well, okay, but it's not Stonehenge in Outlander. It's an entirely different set of rocks.
Hello.
But maybe they do. Champion tortoise.
Oh, look how
Oh,
big
it's a traitor! Look, it's rare! Which reminds me, I always forget that the rare ones have a rare glow, and it's only when we went and found that Nessie that I was like, oh my god, they do have a rare glow. I need to collect me some traitor things. And like that champion that Hellscorpius that wasn't a champion, the traitor Hellscorpius that Calvin and I were looking at when we started stream yesterday. I was like, I don't understand why it's that big and isn't also a champion. Because that Nessie that we went and found was both a traitor and a champion, and it did not seem two lots bigger. But that is definitely bigger than a normal champion. I know.
That's glorious.
Like, that is so much bigger than a normal champion. Maybe that champ traitor Nessie really was that much bigger than all other Nessies, but it didn't seem like I expected it to be ginormous. And it just seemed sort of a little bit bigger than normal Nessie size, but this is beautiful. Right, we need to get ourselves some champ traitors for our pox and our deeds.
Yep.
Clearly that is a thing that we must do. So lovely. They now despawn when the mission fails. Oh no! Seriously? What? But you still see people with venerable cared for animals with the traitor tag. So how do they keep them alive? Is it just that are those
is it when
ones
they're cared for?
Well, or is it that those ones predate a patch, which means that now traitors despawn? Maybe. What Trixies? Is it the Trixies like with the reindeer? Like if we stick them in a cave, does the game forget they exist? Asking for a friend. Because that's how the reindeers managed to survive.
What I can tell you about your reindeer is don't take them to another server.
Don't take them out of the cave. They stop being reindeer. They keep the name, but they lose the skin. The moment they come out of the cave, bam, normal deer. Ask me how
but I
I
had a normal deer called Reindeer. Took it to Exodus.
And?
It just vanished. It just vanished.
Oh no! We've got what now look like normal deer called Reindeer on Calvert Steed, because I had some in a cave and some out of a cave, and those are the ones that I took out of the cave. The ones in the cave did not make it.
Nah.
Oh man, I want shiny
If you've
forever
got a
animals.
spare that you can donate to Petrichor, let me know.
I do, because I tried breeding them to see if I could make baby reindeer. They just make normal deer, so I've got a pair, so you could have one of them for Petrichor.
Amazing. So I can have an actual reindeer to go with my fake reindeer.
But it doesn't look like a reindeer. It only looks like a deer because it came out of a cave. But yes, you can absolutely have one.
Fine.
Seriously, if there's a way to still keep traitors alive, I want to know it because I want them.
Well, we could try.
We can experiment, but traitors come so rarely. We'd have to. It would be a long, slow process of doing science to try and figure out the way. So if anybody knows, save us the trouble.
Do you know why Exodus has a traitor Templar?
I don't.
ESET?
I don't.
Have you ever noticed?
I have noticed, but I do not know. Yeah, I don't know that bit of lore. I don't know if that was a bug. I don't know if that was. I mean, because a lot of the start towns have weird shit that like GMs put in place. Like some of them have got like weird animals that aren't actually animals that are technically objects and things like that. Sloping Sands has just got a random tortoise, for example. So I assume that it was just one of those like bits of GM whimsy when eCert was created.
Yeah,
but I
it might
don't know. I don't know. Somebody who has been on eCert since the beginning may know better. Here's attic this way. Here's attic also this way. Hello, rat friend. Sorry, rat friend. It's all about to go horribly wrong for you. Sorry. I like ratties. Well, I shall bend your ear sometime, Bun. So at least we might have a fighting chance when we do our science. What is that?
It's a tree.
You're so funny.
I'm so helpful.
That's why I keep you around.
Oh, okay, I'm just laughing at that. Just have a little joke with myself. Wow,
What?
look at this.
Yeah, but it's not a deed that's fallen. I mean, those walls are perfectly intact. So why are these ones open?
In progress, I guess. Oh, I'll just let you fight that, shall I?
Maybe?
Shall I help?
It looks more like it's a deliberate, like it's been left out deliberately. I just wondered why. Bun
Oh, good.
smiled.
I'm glad I amused
Congratulations.
someone.
You amused Bun. And Bun's
Hey!
terrible puns. Come on, little Hellscorpius.
I get that sort of thing from my dad because he was the sort of person, you know, where someone says, you know, can you put the kettle on? And he'd be like, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, my dad had
So, you know, that
exactly the same
immediate-
sense of humour.
My favourite was when my mum once asked him if he could run around with the Hoover.
My dad used to tell jokes that I still don't get. And like, it feels like they were part of a series of jokes, and I don't know if it was that they were a joke that I don't get, which is what made them funny, or if it was somehow a reference to something that was before my time, which came with it humour rather than the joke itself. But he used to say things like, I don't know, like why did the elephant paint its feet green? And the answer was something like, so it could lie upside down in the grass. And I was like,
Oh, is this part of that whole, like, how many elephants can you hide in a fridge thing?
I don't know, but I still don't get
And
it.
then, like, why
know
can't,
that
how
lot.
many drafts can you fit in? None, because there's an elephant in there and all that stuff, and it just gets more and more
Is it about
outrageous.
subverting expectations? Is it just because the answer is as ridiculous as the question? Is that the humour? Is there something I've missed entirely
there is a
with
series
my
of jokes that involve elephants that
autistic
carry
brain?
on
There's one
and
about
refer to each other.
being in the butter as well. I
Mm.
don't get it. I
Look
don't
for the
get it.
footprints in the butter. Yeah. It's a whole series of them.
Clearly, it wasn't just my dad then. Like, clearly it is a thing, but... Maybe someday I'll ask the internet and it'll take all the magic out of it for me. Or I'll find the
So they can
answer and
hide
I'll
in
be
the cherry
like,
trees. Oh,
oh.
yes.
what? I still don't get it. I am so confused. I do not get it. Some kind of absurdist humour, which clearly I thought was meant to be some other kind of humour, and just it hurt my brain trying to puzzle it out. Do you know what? I still don't know what the spider blobs look like, because every time I try and turn it on, I forget that it's one of those settings that you need to turn on whilst you are not in Worm. Like you have to do it from the settings menu before you launch. So I still don't know what your blobs look like. And I must find out one day.
They're not nice.
but they're less not nice than the actual leggy models.
Yep. Yep.
Yellow so they can hide in custard. See, so clearly you also know this series, Madoon. Do you find the humour in them? Do you understand the humour in them? Because I still don't. I still don't.
I found a webpage that's got stuff like, why do elephants paint their toenails red? So they can hide in cherry trees. Have you ever seen an elephant in a cherry tree? And you go, no. And they're like, well, it works then, doesn't it? And it just kind of carries on.
Well, I think we found maybe AO's deed, not the market, but as in AO themselves' deed. Oh, look, we got AO in local. Just tell them we're on stream, just in case. So presumably then the attic market is just over here? From where? Let's go find out.
It is. It's just down. Yeah.
Yeah, just down this way.
But something new has been built here every time I come here.
Yeah.
You know what joke I like?
Go on. I know you like it because you're laughing already.
It's really stupid, but I love it. I like. What do you call a donkey with 3 legs? A wonky.
I quite like that. And we're down at AO's market, which is
Sorry.
definitely one of the biggest markets in the game at the moment. It's huge.
You've never heard that one?
Every time I come here,
Then
there's
it's
more
my
of them.
gift. Whether you wanted it or not, that's my gift. Look at this banner display. That's new since I was here last.
There's always something new. Every time we come, there's a new thing.
There is like last time I came here. Oh no, this was when we got the bells. This is where the bells started.
Yeah, this is where the bell trauma happened. Now, you see, we should not turn this into a shopping stream because we have absolutely come here on stream to go shopping. But it's really, I've got to tell you guys, it is so hard to pass through a market deed and not talk to all the merchants. And amazingly, Ruffle is also still in the cart because I expected her to yeet herself out the first opportunity as well. Have you been here
Champion
recently?
Hellhound? I haven't for a little bit.
You know what?
Sheep.
I did have a champion hellhound for years because Bob gave me one of hers.
Eat. Sheep.
Sheep. Oh, sheep.
That's a 5 output. Champ. Very nice.
But as I was about to say, maybe we should not stop and shop.
No, it's fine. I will get back in just a second.
Well, maybe we should. But that would be like the next hour of the stream, and then we'd be like, oh, so tired. And we'd still need to find somewhere to set up
so
camp.
many new boats.
But
Look at all
yes,
these.
if you've never been to AO's Market, we are currently here. So it is around P25 on Pristine, nice and accessible by boat. It is a very, very large community market. I think there are well over 50 merchants now. I haven't counted recently, but as you can see, we've got a couple of shops. Oh, I tell you what, I said I wasn't going to shop, but there is one obligatory one I must go and just have a peek at. Because anytime I pass one of Sid's dye shops, anytime I pass one of Sid's dye shops, I need to just have a peek. Oh, she's topped up on Crystal Singer Blue. Just, you know.
Just in case. I do love it.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You may shop. I'm just going to stand here and not look. How do you then get a giraffe into? How do you fit?
You can't get the drafting because there's an elephant in there.
Do you know what, you guys? Clearly, I think this is just not a kind of humour that triggers my like. It just baffles me, and I don't enjoy being baffled. It's like the opposite of humour for
It's
me.
just
This
very.
this is one of
It
the
is
struggles
very
of
literal,
being
though,
an
like,
autistic
how do you-
person. It is, and that should be
How do you
good,
put it?
right? I have quite a literal brain, so you would think that humour that defies expectations by being literal rather than giving you like a clever answer should be the sort that I like, but I don't. And one of the curses of being someone with autism, for a lot of people with autism, maybe not for all of them, is just feeling stupid when you don't get certain jokes and you can't work out why everybody else does, and it's like it just doesn't make sense. And I think there's just certain kinds of humour that, for whatever
I
reason,
usually just
like
laugh. And then I'll realise at some point later that I was laughing at something entirely different to everyone else. I just made my own humour and everything.
Sometimes I do that as well, and it's not because I'm like laughing along, it's because I think I understand it, and I think, well, what I understand is funny, but that's actually not what they mean at all. But I learned very, very early on not to laugh at things where I wasn't sure why they were funny, because that way gets you laughing at shit that you do not want to endorse. So I just end up stuck in like an awkward place, being like, feeling like the weirdest like person in the world, where everybody else is laughing and being like, I don't get it. Which actually is a really good way to dismantle people like making sexist jokes in your direction and stuff. If somebody says something really like sexist or racist or gross, whatever, and and they're expecting people to just politely laugh along, if you just deadpan, be like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you explain to me why that's funny? People generally get really stuck because most people don't want to spell out why the horrible crap that they're spouting is meant to be funny, and it's a good way of deflating and deflecting that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think there's just
what do you
certain
mean?
kinds of humour.
What do you mean when you say that?
Explain that to me. I don't quite understand. Right, we are not going to get distracted shopping in all the shops, but this is a very good market. If you like shopping at all in Wem, you should come and visit this one if you haven't already. Very accessible.
Little baby horses in the free pen. Look at them, skippy, skippy.
You do not need baby horses. Lights
I
feet. Oh, wait, Ellenhart. That's not a part name I've seen before.
Uh-oh.
Ellen,
My
E-L-E-N.
grasshopper brain hopped again.
When was
What
that
was I
added into
saying?
the pool? Is that just me? Like, I mean, well, in fairness, I've not been breeding in a long time. Do you get these a lot?
Unicorn? Is it a unicorn?
Possible? I can't see
No,
from here.
No, it's not. It's a horse.
It is actually a horse.
Yep.
I just don't remember ever seeing. You've got a single named Ellen. I just don't think I've ever seen that. I wonder. They did introduce some more names a few years ago. Like they brought a load more, like devs and contributors' names into the pools. So maybe it's one that was added in then. And I just haven't seen one yet because I haven't been breeding properly for a while. You haven't got a grooming brush on you, have you?
Have I?
I don't carry one anymore. It's about the only tool I don't carry.
I do.
There's a little diseased one there that needs a brush. Be a good egg. Assuming it will let you brush it, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the cute Ickle Hell horse? Did I miss the cute Ickle Hell horse? Ah, so I did. Little gold lady. Very cute. Sanctum of Echoes. So you know what? I only actually made a plan to get this far. How are you doing, Ruffle? We're at midnight. How are you
okay
doing
at the
for
moment.
Steam? You got a bit of juice you need to
Yeah.
carry on?
I have.
Okay, where could we go from here then? Because I thought I kind of had a vague sense that once we got here, we could probably end here. But what I might do then is I think we can hop across to the island to the south from here. And we can do like there's a little sort of circuit, highway circuit of these islands So we could carry on south past Seafoam Island, make our way across to maybe we can make it as far as Dragon's Cove, and then the next time we come back to Pristine, which will be in July, perfectly timed, we should then have our glamping adventures take us via Drake's Peak, but also the Friendalong, because we are heading over to Friendalong territory, and the Friendalong is happening in July. So I thought that might be a
That's
nice
very
little...
kind of you, Myra.
A nice little... Wait, what? Pumpkin hour ahoy. Good night then, Bun. Where's it?
Good night, Bun.
She's
Good
just
night,
going to
Madoon,
bring
if
you,
you're
like,
off to.
keep you in horse babies.
Yeah. Just babies.
Okay,
Good night, Myra.
Good night, Myra. Good night, Bun.
Oh, you're still here?
Uh...
Picking back.
Okay, well, it probably is pumpkin time for you guys, but we're going to carry on a little bit longer because although it is approaching our pumpkin time, we're not quite there yet. So we'll see how far we get before we keel over.
I stayed up till gone 4 a.m. and then slept late and then got up for a while and then went back to sleep again.
I stayed up till 4 a.m.
Really late.
I stayed up till 4 a.m. and I slept in till 11:30 this morning. I don't think I have slept in that late for a very long time. Like, just, I think I got up once in the night as well.
Like, it's a
amazing.
pain. Is that what you're saying? Is that like a really bad pun? Bun.
That's a terrible pun if that's a pun bun. Good night, Madoon. Sleep sound. Rocking horse apartments.
It's not a good pun. It's not.
No, it's terrible. That's the worst kind of pun. It's the kind of pun that, you know, not only makes you cringe, but you're not even quite sure if it is meant to be a pun. It would help if I paid attention. Right, so south. I'm going vaguely southwards. A pineful bun pun. But you love puns, Yups. That's your jam, right? I'm sure I remember Yups partaking of puns at the punathons.
Okay, I liked the pain in the ass. Okay, that one's. I'll accept that one.
Punalongs, how have they not been semi-christened punalongs with you lot? Lucky strike back that way. Ooh, secret cave. There's a door in the secret cave.
There's not going to be anything interesting there.
I know, but every time I find a cave, I'm like, ooh, what's in the cave, though?
I do that, and I'll spend like forever running down the cave, and then eventually I'm like, just turn back. There's nothing here.
Only like 3 times in my entire worm career have I gotten lost in someone's cave system. So mostly it doesn't pay off, but mostly I don't get horribly lost. But my curiosity gets the better of me. I am nothing if not curious. And anytime I see a mine,
if you'd like to see
my curiosity.
You know, if you want to investigate a cave system, there's one over on Delhi that's very new.
No, the new ones are no good. They didn't know. The new ones don't do it for me. Unless there's a suggestion, there's anything that suggests to me that they might lead to something secret and cool, then I'm interested.
They do.
Like,
it does.
I am waiting for more people to do swimming tunnels in caves and things that actually lead to cool stuff. I really, really liked the use of those in the School of Worm that Calvert and I were invited to go and have a look at over on the Northern Freedom Isles, and I desperately want to see more use of that in stuff. Like, ever since I left there, I've been thinking of like interesting ways to use like swimming tunnels and things in mines. Whew, look at that view. Look at that sky. It's proper like azure blue. It's turquoise almost. So lovely. So this is a little island. There's a bigger island down there. This is Seafoam Island. Got another one down there. Then there is a bridge across to that one. And then from there, I think we should be able to bridge back across up here. And here is where we've got Drake's Peak. We've got Merehaven, which is Sid's place. And then further up, the far end of that lake is where the Friendalong happens. And we're all going to go diving for Drake again probably this year. So I tend to run that every year. Oh, we shall have to do some streaming there. Coming up fast. Have you run out of space for pine nuts? Hello.
Hello, I don't know. I can't remember if it's like
Crocolotl.
Audrey or Audra. But hello.
Hi, Audra. We've just left. We just left
It's
Dave's attic, but we
nuts.
gave it a plug. We were very good. We sat on our hands and did not shop on stream this time because I've come and shop on stream there already. But it is a good market, and I like to show it off anytime I go by.
I love it. It's dangerous for my wallet, though.
It is good. Gonna have to go and bury that somewhere, not on the bridge, aren't I? This tiny little island with like nothing on it. Ooh. Something gave me a coin and I didn't notice. Am I still carrying around shitloads of snowballs, or did I throw them all at you in the end? No, look at 30 snowballs! All those missed opportunities when you've gotten out of my cart. Oh, look at that! There is a falling over animation in a cart. It's just you can't actually fall over. Right, I'm going to try and get it again now.
We were admiring the boats that you have in your harbour. Like, I was really impressed.
And we like how every time we come and visit, there we go. That's the falling over animation when you are in a cart. Yeah, we're impressed that every time we come, there's like something new added to it. Like there's always like some new markets maybe, or but also like new decorations, or oh, champ spider. We're gonna go get that. There's always like new little bits of deco or new things. Like every time we come, we're like, oh, that wasn't here last time. It does look lovely with all those ships, though. Yes, it's nuts, Bun. I can tell you're tired. Hello, Croc. I want the spider. I want
Two
the
peanuts
spider.
were walking down the street.
Spider.
One was assaulted.
Just get out. Just no. 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 Just for that, I'm going to drive you into a bunch of legs. More legs than you can shake a stick at. Come here, legs.
That's the Monty Python one, though. Not now, what? Oh, champion.
That's why I came bolting over it, because I saw it from all the way over there on the bridge. It was so gigantic.
Oh, it's so much bigger on your screen than it is on mine.
Maybe don't look. There's a champ troll over here yesterday. We'll keep an eye out.
I'm going to murder Bun with my jokes, apparently. This is such a different experience on my screen to yours.
I bet it is. I bet it is. Right.
They're much smaller in phobia mode, because it's to make it so it's not an advantage to have phobia mode switched on.
Yeah. I must have been very good at not picking all the flowers every time I see flowers. I'm not going to stop and fight everything though, because there are quite a lot of mobs here. Despite
Oh, there might
all
be
the
a ship I built over
puns.
there.
Over where?
You briefly go the other way,
Yeah.
just for me.
Why would there be a ship that you built over here? Oh, because you've been building ships on commission, right?
Mm.
Let's have a look-see.
I did that terraforming.
Despite all the puns.
In that field to left there, I did that. I fixed that for them.
Despite all of the puns, I clearly have been laughing and smiling a lot this evening, and I can tell because my jaw aches. Whenever I stream, like towards the end of the stream, like my jaw really starts to ache. And sometimes with Calvert, when we've really got the giggles on, my jaw starts aching about half an hour into stream and it
It's
does
not
not
here.
stop.
It's not here.
No!
Never mind.
Could be around the corner. Although I have to say, I can't see any more masts. So what kind of a ship was it that you built for them?
It was a Corbeta.
Peering through the windows? Now, I still haven't finished testing, though I'm fairly sure there is not one, but I still haven't finished testing whether you can make any kind of creatures fall over with snowballs. I think we determined that you definitely can't for most, but I was going to try on the humanoid creatures just in case they had a fall over animation. Not that a lava fiend's a humanoid one. But it makes me really sad because I feel like it would be cool if they had fall over animations. I'd like to see a creature do something that, like like a secret animation that I didn't know existed. Whoop! Would help if I paid attention to where I was going. Uh-oh!
Hello.
Uh-oh! I accidentally buried Ruffle.
I was just thinking that it's that it didn't come up, that it must have disbanded. Yeah, the Didon release disbanded as well. It is sad. I know they've been having a rough time though.
Oh, that's a shame. So, have all of their deeds dropped? Maybe they're on an extended break.
I did send a message saying, "Oh, I just saw this happen and offered to help with repairing and stuff."
Ruffle. I found someone who might be
when they make it back.
might be
Oh.
up for your Care Bear alliance.
Oh yeah, Care Bear. Yes.
That's
Yeah,
a pun.
I'm hoping Minio comes back. I hope so.
I'm sure there will be offers for people to help them repair and set back up again.
Well,
and when they do.
I sent an offer saying,
What is going on here? This is Care Bear. Not sure how I feel about turrets on an angle. I also feel a little bit bad that we mostly killed that lava fiend and just left it bleeding out. But never mind.
it wouldn't care about us.
Spider friends, spider friends. True. So that's the bridge we came across, right? Because I went scooting. Oh, there's a scared troll down
Oh,
there.
glowy. A glowy.
It's obligatory that we get the glowy. Must be done. Yoink. Is this recurrent mission? Given the damage on it, I assume it's probably not. It's probably several missions ago. Oh my god, there's a mission out for a traitor champion tortoise. Do you reckon that's the one that we saw then? Maybe that's why that mission has not completed. So do people ever do the sacrificial missions? I always wonder this, the ones where you have to use a sacrificial knife.
I
Like-
have.
Really? Because it seems like such a faff.
Once. It is like you really need it to be convenient. I think I did one where it was roosters and I had a spare rooster. So it was, quite easy for me to
You're a chicken
line that
killer.
up. No.
You sacrificed a rooster.
No.
Wow. Wow. I'm seeing you in a whole new light now. Just wow.
I've got hair. I've killed a chicken.
I
Who even am
know!
I?
Who even are you? You're in mines, doing mining, grinding things efficiently. Like, I don't know you. I feel like you've been replaced. Maybe you're a changeling.
I'm not sure I'd go as far as efficiently. But
Random little cluster of wagons. don't actually know that we can get round this side. I just sort of feel compelled to go look. As you do. Where are we? Tequila Sunrise. Yeah, looks like we can probably get round. Don't want to fight a snake though. Snake can bugger off. Wait, usually what's for animals that die too quickly? What was that in reference to? What did I miss?
Missions, I think. The
I see.
sacrificing missions and things.
Mm. Yeah, because like you've got to either find them in or kite them to an area of influence, which, you know, if you're looking for something within Venora's influence or maybe Magranon's, you're probably fine. If it's in foes or libs, you're fucked. But like you need to have the sacrificial knife, you need to find the creatures, and then you need to get the creatures in the right. It just seems like such a faff. Like some servers are much better at doing their missions than others, granted. And some just really don't bother.
Hello.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like the Avatar missions almost never get done, but at least the Avatar missions, you know, if you get a thing from your deed and somebody locates the Avatar, you can at least do like a mass summon to get everybody to go and like complete the mission. But those ones just seem like, you know, I don't even know if I own a sacrificial knife. That might be one of the only things I don't. I might have bought
I've got one
recently.
in my pocket.
You really? What, just in case you come across another rooster?
Yeah.
So disappointed in you, Ruffle. You know what? I'm bumbling around the south being like, okay, but where's the bridge to the south? And I've just realised we are on the South Island. There is no bridge to the south. We need to be going west. I'm like, that's just a server border right there. Whoops. No wonder. No wonder. Maybe it is getting later than I imagine. I'm just gonna go back.
Well, we could find somewhere to camp if you want.
We could. Are we? Well, but we're near someone's deed, and I always feel a little bit bad
The
if we're
deed
too
is sort of
close
west,
to
so if we go
someone's
this way,
deed.
we're off
Okay.
deed if we're down here.
Well, we do seem to have a nice bit of. It's not terribly flat though. I mean, our tent's going to be on a wonk. We probably don't want to pop a camp down right next to a goblin
Camp on this
hut.
goblin hut.
See, and then we're back to Tequila Sunrise.
We're up to another. Yeah.
That's all right. But maybe we'll find somewhere like the next one over. Because the bridges are just there. Maybe we could camp on the end of this one. And then that sets us up nicely to go and do like Drake's Peak and sort of Friendalong Bay area and things next time.
Yep. Sounds good.
Spidey's. Just got to find my way down to that bridge. Also, I don't know. I feel like winter came and went so fast this time, because it feels like only a few days ago.
Didn't they?
Yeah, but they made it shorter ages ago.
Which
like
made me sad.
it's always that short, right? But it feels like it was only like less than a week ago that I was out hunting pink dusted flowers with Calvert, and then when it came to stream, no, like partway through the week it must have turned to snow, and I was miffed because I wanted to go and do more flower hunting, and it was snowy already, and now the snow's gone again, and it just feels like it came and went super fast. But maybe it's just that I have had, in fairness, a very busy week and not much time in Worm. I have had less worming time these past few weeks than I normally would.
Around here somewhere could work.
On the
Or
marsh.
if it's better, we can go back over. Yeah, maybe not on the marsh.
Marsh and camellia bushes. I mean, we could on that spit of land over there. Tell you what, let's have a quick look at just what's over the other side on the map. It is quite built up over there. Got Dragon's Cove.
Yeah, I'd lock your doors, Ninja, because we might just get lost and end up in your house by accident. We can't guarantee anything.
All right, let's go and find somewhere to park ourselves just over here. We'll have to take out a bear and a troll. But because we're into sort of like viruses, deeds and things over there, I think it'll probably be harder to find somewhere once we get over to that island. But I do like this bridge. I really like bridges that are paved, like that have been paved deliberately in a different colour. I think that's quite a nice look, but also it's a whoop, whoop, whoop. It's a 3-whoop bridge. I think it might even be a 4-whoop bridge. And I like whoop bridges. Let's not go too near the spider lair. We're going to take out this troll and this spider. And then we're going to go and set ourselves up with a nice little camp just down here after we take out these mobs.
There's like little ponds, look.
So picturesque. Oh my god, there's clams! I stick my hands in all the clams. I love sticking my hands in all the clams. Oh, there's a shark as well. We've got a friend. It's just
It's a shame Myra's gone.
Is there actually enough beach that we can put a camp down on the beach, do you reckon?
Ooh,
We'll
maybe.
find out in a minute. Then we don't have to like cut the grass or anything.
Oh, hello, troll.
Oh, what's following me. Oh, the spider. That's all right. Tell you what, let's just go and get the other side of them so we haven't got our backs to one. He's so yellow.
It's nice that it has matching accessories. It's really thought about the look.
Yeah.
Trolls are very into their fashion.
He had to go and get some turmeric to colour that.
Yeah.
He tried super hard. Hard to explain to people the beauty of worm combat AFK. AFK is not the best way to fight, but it is a perfectly legitimate way to fight. Have you buried the troll? Is that why I can't find him?
I thought you did it.
Did I? No, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did. Apparently I did bury them both.
I was like,
I just... Okay, clearly I am tired now. I've just hit that wall of tired. Like 20 minutes ago, I was like, yeah, let's keep going. And now my brain has just been like, no. 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 We're done. We're done. My back is suddenly done.
my ear is done. Like, for some reason, my headset is hurting my right ear today. I
was
don't know why.
saying last time that, like, because I've had these over-ear headphones, like, I don't think they've bothered me in the summer months before, but I am definitely warm when I'm streaming, probably partly because, because I've got lights and things around so that I'm well lit, and I can't have a fan on me here, whereas anywhere I'm warm, anywhere else, like if I've got like a hot computer pushing out heat, I've just got a fan on me. So there's several reasons that like I don't get to cool down and regulate my temperature in the way that I usually would while streaming, and I realised last time that actually my headphones are contributing to me being slightly too warm, and it's just going to get worse as the summer months come on. And now I'm kind of wondering if I need a summer headset. I don't know. I'm going to have to move that a little bit closer, aren't I? Right.
I don't know why it squashes my ear. It's not like I have massive ears. Like, why is it? I feel like I must have got the adjustment wrong or something.
Yeah, sometimes I find like for example, like right now, this is really long on this short on this side and long on this side. So I do sometimes get that wrong, and I think that doesn't help, like where they're just not quite even. Because that feels more comfortable, but it does not feel any cooler. But it's something I'm going to have to look into, clearly. Right, okay, let's put down a camp as best we can. So, nap blanket. That's cute.
Yeah.
Like your nap blanket.
I do like a nap.
I like naps, but naps do not like me. is the thing that I have learned. Wait, did I not just get my... I could have sworn I just got my tent. Apparently not.
I was
Too
just like, did I
wet
pick
to
it up? No, I haven't.
pitch. I won't let us put them right by the water. It's just slightly too... Tell you what, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm just going to raise
That's all the stuff.
a little bit there. Because I think that dip right there is partly what's making this difficult.
Where are we camping?
I'm just going to raise the land here a little bit and see if that will let me then drop my tent down, because it was telling me it was too wet here and I kind of wanted to be on the beach.
I see.
Look at that shark, he's so close. It's like he's just waiting for us to auto walk into the water or something.
Who would do that?
Who would do that? Not us, definitely not us. Now are you going to let me? Still not going to let me. What if I come just a little bit higher? Not even here?
Oh, I can't even do it here.
Oh, outrageous.
Maybe just...
Outrageous. Hey, now.
That's the wrong way around.
See, now this is weird, right? Because it's the tile you're standing on, not the tile you place it on. I discovered this before. So you need to be on the higher ground, but your tent does not.
But it wouldn't let me here, though.
Why will it not let you there? Well, if you go and stand on the one I
know.
was standing on, which is this one here, you should also be able to place from this point. But the mechanics on it are really weird. Like what it does and doesn't count. Absolutely logic. What do I want? Carpet. Top of the barrel. Let's
I was trying to place a tent at the holy site earlier. It's like, oh, you can't because it's in someone's perimeter. And then I just like stood on the not perimeter tile and let me put it in the perimeter. I'm like, why?
Yeah, it's really funny about it. Like the perms thing for it just doesn't quite work, and I don't know.
Beach glamping,
but especially
nice.
around high or low ground. It is nice. Look at that. There's no grass poking up through our carpets. How nice is that? We should try and find more beaches to set up camp on. Just get sandy instead of covered in ants. Apparently, I picked up all the stools. I did not need all of the stools. Is that going to be facing the right way? No. Nope.
You're always sat on stools like you're in the naughty corner looking
I know.
at the wall.
And I accidentally sat on it again trying to pick it up. So we're going to want it like that instead, I think. Da-da-da! Right, got my stool the right way round. That's the start. Can come back out of third person because third person is the devil.
Picnic basket looks good on the beach.
It does. A picnic basket is like a beach is where picnic baskets belong. This all looks very good and beachy. I was thinking the other day, not that I have any reason to do this, but if you're somebody who has a little bit of beachfront, you could do a really cute sandpit-like thing, right? By using using a large planter would give you like your sandpit parameters, and then you could just have like you could stick like like a bucket and a shovel in there, and I'm sure there's some other things you could do to just make your little like sandpit space. And I was like, oh, that sounds adorable. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but it sounds adorable, and I totally could. But I won't. But I could. Now, was I clever enough last time to make spare signs, or did I only make the one? I only made the one. Well done, me. So, whilst I've got any juice left at all, and I don't have much, I think I did save us some nails. Look at that, I saved us some nails. Because last time we realised we didn't have a glamping sign to put down, so we had to go foraging for iron rocks. So we could make ourselves some signs. So I'm going to find a tree, I'm going to make us a sign and a campfire.
Oh, I've got a log in my pocket.
How big of a log?
19.
That'll do.
Oh, no, I don't want another shaft, actually.
Well, I do.
One.
For a sign, what do we want? Is it 2 shafts, 2 planks, or 1 shaft, 2 planks, or something? What is it? Small sign. Small sign. Whew. Oh, it's just 1 shaft and 1 plank. Pretty please, and thank you. And a kindling.
Making a sign.
Have you got the nails as well?
Yeah.
Well, okay then. You can do the whole thing. I still need a kindling though. And let's hope that, because my fire making is not great, sometimes I fail and I have to make a whole second kindling because it damages your goddamn kindling.
What QL do we like these to be?
I try and get them up to 50.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I was going to say this log's only it's only a 59 QL log I've got in my pocket because it's the one I foraged earlier. But 50's totally doable.
Is that going to make everything pop? Maybe. Maybe not. It's fine. Ta-da. Not that I really need them lit. It is the middle of the day.
It's using a colour rune. So it's a
the tent, do you mean?
Yeah, it's a stone. It's an adamantine jackal rune using stone.
Yeah. So we experimented with colour runing our tents. Ruffle's first experiment did not go terribly well.
No. I was trying to also get a nice green, but mine came out vomit coloured.
There you go. So that was a 24,
so
222,
nice
250.
It's the safe sort of orangey colour now. It's a deeper, much deeper orange, more red than the original. But
because
just be aware that you're sticking it on top of the orange.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was going to say. Because with colour runes, like dyes, they have to go on top of the colour that was underneath them. So some things just come out brown. But this one was a strong enough one. I think this was like a really bright cyan colour rune, and so it came out this kind of nice jade colour once it had drowned out the orange. And then these ones are, there you go, 15, 240, 240, which kind of sort of match. I've got shades of turquoise. Did you make me some kindling for my campfire?
I can do, yeah.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was paying attention.
It's
yes.
all right.
No.
I've been very good at not eating any of my yellow potions for shenanigans' sake. Oh, but I tell you what, whilst you're very kindly making me kindling, let's just see if we can, nothing. Made you cry. Just pointed. Just like, no.
I like that emote a lot.
No.
So I like to.
Oh, well, you glared.
You
glared at that one. I just want to make you fall over. It was so much fun since we discovered that you can make people fall over. It's now like my third favourite thing to do in Worm when I'm out with friends. Imagine the havoc when I start throwing snowballs at people at like Impalongs and stuff. Thank you.
Do you want the log as well, or are you right?
No. Are you done? Well, are you done imping?
Yeah.
Then,
more or less.
If and when I successfully make a fire, you can just chuck the log on it so that it doesn't go out immediately. But if you still want the log, hang on to it. We don't need the fire going for terribly long. It just feels like it's not a proper camp unless we have a fire, you know?
I've got a snowball in my pocket now.
Yeah, you do. You're about to get some more. Hey! There we go. Oh, crap. I didn't move far enough forward. I did not move far enough forward. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? Yeah. Did I sit the right way on it? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Can I throw snowballs while seated? Asking for a friend. Yes, I can. but I can't make you fall over while you're in a chair, probably. But let's try for science with the last of my snowballs, just in case. Oh, no, there we go. There was a fall over, but we didn't get any animation. I don't know if it's because you were in motion or not.
Oh yeah, maybe I should have.
I'm just filling up your inventory a bit more. At some point, maybe just as we're ending the stream, that bear's going to turn around and start coming for us. We're going to be like, ah. I made you squirm, made you cry. Can I make you fall over again before I run out of snowballs? Is the question. Giggle. God, I'm just not selecting these. There we go. Also, at some point, I do need to go back to my throwing plates experiment.
Stop it.
Hey, there we go. There is a fall over animation even when you're seated. Love it. I shall stop. Lobbing snowballs.
I'm waiting to see it now.
You're about to get it.
Oh, good. It was timed with my.
Yep. So there you go. We've got a nice little camp set up. Have you planted the sign somewhere?
Oh no, I just made it and kept it in my pocket. What does it need to say?
Crim and Ruffle's Glamp Camp, which at 50 should fit. So Crim plus Ruffles, Glamp Camp as one word,
Crim
and then
plus
Ruffles, Glamp Camp as one word, and then I usually put the date, which would have been yesterday's one, so 7-6-25, and I think that should all fit on a 50QL sign, because that's what we usually imp them up to.
I'll just imp it a little bit more.
Will it not quite fit?
No, it fits. I just can, so I am. Until it says it wants a log again. What have you got?
This is quite a nice spot. What do you mean, what have I got? What am I
It's
eating?
a little stick thing.
Matchmakers.
Ah, nice.
For anybody that doesn't know. Quality Street matchmakers. They're just really nice and crunchy. Like, I don't know, there's something about the tactile sensation of them that I quite like. And also minty, obviously.
There's so much smoke just blowing right in front of your face.
Yep. I've got both the lantern going and the fire. This is a nice spot.
Where shall I put the sign?
Tell you what, if you drop it, see if it'll let me pick it up. I think it should. Yes. Okay, so let's just pop it. Like here. That seems to work, doesn't it?
Hello.
Da-da-dum. There we go. This month's Glamp Camp.
Hey.
And we're done. And it is now coming up for 1 a.m. It is 20 to 1 over here. So
It's a good time.
it is a good time. It's a good time to have stopped. And I see you. That's a very nice archery animation, though. Even if none of us ever actually have bows. Just too bloody
I've got a bow.
Not on you.
Actually, No, I haven't. I put it down early. I normally have one on me.
Do you really? Do you carry a bow like as
Yeah.
standard?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Since
I
I,
just
bought a
want to get
fancy
the
bow
last.
anyway.
There we go.
Raspberry's
the
always got a bow.
last snowball
Raspberry
out
always
of my
has a bow,
inventory.
but
I've
have
never done
recently started
archery.
carrying one.
I've never done archery, but I'm about
'Cause
to
I'm-
start learning. About to.
Because I mean to get into it more.
Me too. But I like the idea of having like those archery targets across the rooftops on Nefarious, so it's about time I started picking up my bows and actually using them. Archery, woohoo! Are you into archery yet?
I might have even bought some of your arrows, Yups. I'm not sure. If it's on.
See.
It might be yours, might be Myra's. I'm not sure.
Oh, look at tiny little haven over there, the smallest of small moons. Right, so
Oh.
that's us done. Thank you very much. Those of you that haven't already turned in for the night, because I know several of you have, thanks for coming and hanging out with us for a bit. I'm going to switch to my cooldown screen, which, funnily enough, is Ao's Attic this time. So that's the public market that we just passed through a little while ago. Yeah, you have a good evening, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you guys over there. Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out with us. Ruffle and I hope to be
Yes, thank you very
glamping
much.
back,
It's always nice to
back on
see
Pristine
you all.
in July, hopefully. Somewhere round the friend along, because we're both going to be friend alonging, I imagine.
Yes.
But hopefully at the start of July we'll manage to squeeze in another glamping stream to come and do that. And I don't know what I'm streaming next week, but I am going to be streaming something, and the week after that, Bun and I are going to be out treasure hunting, probably over on release. So hopefully back to regular screaming schedule. Hopefully back to a regular streaming schedule.
Regular screaming schedule.
A regular streaming schedule from here on out. That's the plan. But next week's one is going to start a bit later than usual, because I'm going to be out with family for dinner, so it'll be a slightly later start, but there will be one. So take care, everybody. Have a good night's sleep when it gets to sleep time for you, and we'll catch you next time.
Good night.
Good night, guys.